The new morning edition of Offended and Unfriended.
The Breakfast Club.
Welcome. The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Our breakfast is at. We calling it the morning, and it's almost.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, man.
It's almost past lunch for some people.
I'm ready to take my midday nap.
Been up for 6 hours.
I'm so napping after this. Nap.
I can't nap.
Dude.
I can't nap. It ruins my day.
I'm at the age where I can nap.
I'm the guy who, like, if I go to sleep and I wake up, I'm like, I gotta have another coffee. I gotta have another, like, I gotta shower. Like, I gotta restart.
I had to shower before I came here because I was covered in sawdust.
I could tell that.
Chopping wood, Jesse. Jesse the wood chopper.
That's it. Always.
This motherfucker.
There's no nap I don't like. 15 minutes.
Really? You can do.
45.
You're one of those guys who can do like cat naps.
I can do all of it.
I can't.
Hour, 45, 15.
Yeah.
I nap on planes.
Melissa says it to me all the time. She's like, just go lay down for 10 minutes. Like, well, what is that going to do besides piss me off?
A lot. No.
You know what I mean? Like,
a lot.
To ruin the next 4 hours of my day?
Yeah,
Sure.
no
That's what I'll do.
Laying down
I'll
for
go
10
punch
minutes.
myself in the face and go wake up and press on with my day.
It's a recharge for me. It's like
I'm jealous of people like that,
I am
honestly.
too.
I really am.
my mental battery has so many half-lives at this point. I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
Yeah, no, like those, I mean, you know, like I get it because like when we were on tour and stuff, it's like sometimes that's all you get. Like, yo, I'm just going to go crash for 20 minutes in the van. Come wake me up for sound check, you know? Yeah. And like those would help, but you're still pissed off for the next hour.
Yeah, sure.
I don't
You know what I mean? You're just
I'm-
like, just don't fucking talk to me.
Some people, though, they'll wake up after like 10 minutes and be like, oh my God, I needed that. And like, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Shut up.
I'm gonna tell you.
Needed that.
I never turned down a nap. I never turn down a meal because you never know when the next one's coming.
All right.
I know, Gene. I know you.
I tell you what, I'm not one to turn down a nap, but it's never usually a planned thing. It's like, oh, I'm driving for 3 hours. Sounds like a good time to crash.
Jesse's only problem is he doesn't stop to say, hey, you want to drive? No? He goes like this. Okay. I'll go, Jess, you want to drive?
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, man, nah.
Yeah.
I'll pull over.
Out. Just fucking... We have the infamous story that Nick always tells from the band. He counted to give it a good slow 3 count. Jesse was asleep the whole fucking time on the road like this. And Nick's just staring at him. 1, 2, 3. Jesse, wake up!
What?
And then I have one of my favorite stories, which kind of creeps me out to this day. Sorry, Jesse.
What?
I don't want to like pile on your drive sleeping. Your sleep driving, whatever the fuck you call it. So we're coming back from a show. We had to take our cars or whatever. So Jesse drove his Jeep at the time, and I'm driving home because I always did the overnight drives. And I'm driving. Jesse's sleeping in the thing, and all of a sudden he snaps up and tries and grabs like the dashboard as if he's grabbing the wheel. So this motherfucker's so used to falling asleep behind the wheel that when he wakes up in a car, he goes to grab the wheel.
That's insane. That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
So do you understand why it kind of creeps me out, though? It's amazing.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
Of course not. You're not supposed to.
I blame my mother, all right? Because when I was a child and I wouldn't sleep, she used to throw me in the car.
Mama Ro like that.
They all did it.
She used to throw me in the car and drive me around the block. So that's it. The car puts me out. What do you want from me?
Cars put me to sleep. I think they all did it to us. I think that was like a standard practice.
My mom's home with my kids right now. Well, 2 of them. Mika's at school,
Right.
Because the special needs school is open 5 days.
Nice.
You know. No, it's great. I love it. She needs her therapy, so it's a beautiful thing. But Avalee's on the virtual, so before I left this morning, I had to explain to my mom.
You put your mother...
I go, listen, I went in there, I redid all the privacy, don't close down the computer screen, no screensaver, no nothing. Just, I go, Ma, this green title, it's got a link in it. Just click it. At 11, she does her foundations, work with the teacher. Close out that window only.
Oh, that's where you lost her.
And you'll go right back to that green header with the link. And at 12 o'clock, you click that. So, needless to say, guys,
I think half a day.
I might have to answer a phone call in the middle of this.
Someone got a half a day.
Ooh, yeah. Or someone's going to be absent.
Someone's half a day.
Oh, man. No, it's great. I think she'll be fine. I called her before I walked in. I was like, hey, did you get that?
Yeah.
And she laughed. She goes, yeah, it's great. The teacher's there. She says, hello, Avalee.
You do a good Deborah. impressions. I mean, yeah. Listen, not everyone can do an impression of their mother. I don't do it. My impression of my mother is an exaggerated. You're like, no, that's.
I've known the lady for
Mama
3.5 decades.
It's Mama Rowe right there.
Yeah. I gotta.
I mean, listen, I can't really do a good impression of my mother unless it's like when she does like that. Say it in an Italian way.
I was gonna say, you know who used to have your mother down is Nikki. Nikki used to.
Well, my mother likes to say the Italian words properly, and if you go in that house and say mozzarella, she's gonna yell at you.
She's gonna yell at you.
She's gonna yell at you. Where's the A and why is it mozz? No, it's mozzarella.
Mozzarella. Yeah.
If you say Ferrari, it's like Ferrari. So she won't say Ferrari. We were on her. We went down there for her 70th, and we were on her the whole week because she was like, "Oh, look at that Ferrari!" Like she was talking to normal, and it's like Ferrari, and everyone's like, "Really?"
I love it.
It reminds me of that episode.
Could you say Fiat? To us,
we never. I don't know how she says that.
Wow, I never thought about that.
But it reminds me of that SNL skit where they'll just talk normally, but when they say a Spanish word, they'll say it in like, "I'll have an enchilada."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and everyone's like, "Why are you saying it that way?" And then there was just one dude who just didn't understand it, or chick, I don't remember. Anyway,
that's funny.
Speaking of funny, weird shit. Speaking of funny, I know you all want to say a few things about the debate.
What?
It's been a week, but who cares? It was so funny and so fun.
What was it? I thought it was unwatchable.
You know what I learned from it? You know what I learned from the debate before you guys get into your things? So I had these biker just come back from a Trump rally dudes. I'm starting to learn something.
I can't.
They don't really like Trump. These guys were not the biggest fans of Trump himself. They just hated liberals that much.
Sure.
It's like, well, it still sucks that you hate people.
And I don't think it's
that much.
I think that's
this is a common misconception too, though, because I noticed just from the bikers that I know, and just the construction workers that I know, and just like those types of guys, those rough and tumble guys, It's not even that they say they hate liberals, but they don't really understand. They don't like leftists. They don't like that.
Right. I shouldn't say liberals. You're absolutely right.
That progressive agenda of, you know what I mean? But they just happen to wrap it into liberals. It's because if you look at like a classical liberals, base, or ideology, it aligns a lot. It's... That's all.
You mean snowflakes, bro?
Right, exactly. Yes.
Libtards.
Conserva jerks.
The safe space folks,
One of my favorite repugs. That's like they call each other names. You've never seen these names? Oh, it's hilarious.
I see dynamic rats. I see it all the time.
Dynamic rat. What is that?
It's a
demonic
Democrat.
rats?
Gee, that's even more.
I know. I see. That's what I'm saying. This is what I see. I'm like,
that's like sophisticated school playgrounds.
I'm like, these people. I'm like, they put so much.
The best one is you mean Republicans?
Oh, come on!
It's the greatest one,
bro. Once names come out, I go, I'm out of this conversation. Like, are we really talking about like this?
Which I will say, the best thing that did come out of the debate is the Obama-Biden memes are back.
Oh, my God.
I saw a couple that were pretty
I told him to stay positive.
I saw one this morning. It says, Joe, when he went low, did you go high? He goes, nah, I call him a clown, man.
That's right. I'll be honest, like, I'm sitting there. I turned it on late too, so I didn't even catch the first 20 minutes.
Oh no, I caught
just my kids were being crazy and stuff. So I was like, "Oh shit, that's right. Let me put this on. I gotta watch it."
The kids are clearly independent.
And
but let's preface this with one thing. You were hopeful that there would be some substance.
Yeah.
And Gene was like, nah.
Yeah.
Right from the start.
Yeah, he did. Oh yeah. Gene was
you
just
were like, no way.
I'm like, it's impossible for this to work. But go ahead, keep on.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was just it was impossible to watch. Yeah, you know what? Like, it's like this is what annoys me the most about Donald Trump. Okay, is like, dude, all you have to do is literally have an ounce of humility and shut your mouth. That's it. That's it. Again, we're not even we don't even have to get into the softball pitches that were whiffed on him, you know. And then like after watching back, like I get it, you know. I get like the conservatives, rah rah rah. He didn't. It's not that he didn't denounce it. He said, "Sure, I will." You know, like the whole white supremacy thing. But it's like really, like you're the president of the United States. You're the incumbent president, and that's your answer to that softball question. Yeah, sure, I will.
And then
You know
you
what I mean?
mentioned.
Let me help you out. What do you want me to say? That is a classic line. Yeah, what do you want me to say?
Right.
Nothing,
Exactly. Like,
nothing says I'm bothered and annoyed. Then what do you want me to say? Are you listening to the fucking question? What do you want me to say?
But then
He's like, who? Yeah, Proud Boys. Yes.
Bro, it's
yeah, he mentions the Proud Boys, whose leader is what? Hispanic?
Yeah.
Puerto
No,
Rican?
but
What is he?
Cuban, I think.
Cuban?
He's
What happened was
yeah.
Joe Biden.
hilarious.
You got to remember, so Wallace said something like, will you denounce white supremacy? And then Biden was like, yeah, like the Proud Boys.
Right,
So he
yeah.
heard Proud Boys. So he's like, yeah, Proud Boys, stand back, whatever.
All right, but still, the Proud Boys
Also-
aren't white supremacists. There's a Cuban guy who's the leader of it. Maybe there's some
There's
guys in
different
there.
chapters.
All right, fine, fair
But-
enough. Maybe there's one or two chapters that
And
they
apparently
kind of
there's
just
a
combine.
large Canadian chapter, which I learned about. I mean,
That's interesting.
bro, I could tell you, okay.
Yeah.
What do they go around and go, I'm not going to hit you, but you need to stop saying what you're saying.
I'm going to tell you.
Not all Canadians are that, bro.
No, I know, but in my head they are.
But there's some badass lumberjack Canadians out there.
And,
you know what I
then they
mean?
put
Like-
their axe down and they go, hey, how you doing today, bud? That's so, yeah, no. it's
Because Canadians
yeah.
are polite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that was like one of the biggest softball pitches of all time. You know, like
But you just go, yeah, they suck.
Will you both? You know, disavow white supremacy right now? I think was the question, right?
No,
Like-
he said, will you
Disavow.
denounce? Will you?
Disavow.
Yeah, will you
Disavow. That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry.
what's
Because I'm
devour?
thinking right now. Yeah, I don't know.
You thinking
I'm
about
thinking
eating?
right now.
What's going on? Devour?
Devour? You know, and it's like, how is your answer just not like off rip? Even if you're Trump, you don't have to give that presidential answer. You can literally laugh at him and go, really? Who supports white supremacy? Like that's all you have to do.
Make
That's
them look
all-
stupid
make
for
them
asking the
look
question.
stupid for asking the question.
And you know what kills me too? I always said it.
It's crazy.
I said it. I posted that like right after that. I'm like, after that specific moment, I'm like, even if he denounced white supremacy, like categorically said, I denounce white supremacy, white supremacists would still be like, he just had to say that.
He had to, right. It's
They would still have his back. So,
I agree.
Like
I
I was,
agree with
I'm like, so why didn't like? I don't know why he missed it.
I
but
think it's a
yeah.
combination of things. I think it's number one, it's that he's in the back of his head. He's like, there's a lot of people who are going to vote for me, but there's also the Trump ego of you don't tell me what to say.
exact. That's what I
So
was saying.
now
is-
I have an issue with saying it.
Right. Now it's fuck me, fuck you.
Right,
you know, kind of
right,
attitude,
exactly, like, oh,
which
yeah?
again is fucking ridiculous. Like literally, it's the first debate. You know what I said? I said this to you, I think, when we talked about it, like right the day or the day after. It's like Trump wanted to like have that capture that lightning in a bottle again, you know,
Yeah.
like that those clickbait debate moments with him and Hillary, you know, like, well,
He's missing the crowd pop.
I'd
you
lock
know,
you,
right?
I'd lock you up.
Right, because you'd be locked up. Like those moments of like those lightning in a bottle moments, and it just didn't like.
Well, I'll tell you this.
He stumbled and bumbled and fumbled over everything and baka 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 baka.
Talk to any
And Joe
comedian.
Biden answered him back in a baka 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 baka. You know what I mean? So
It's
it was
just Jowl
literally
City,
just
baby.
Jowl City all day. 70-plus-year-old fucking white guys just baka 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 at each other.
And they talked about race for how long?
Oh, the
Charlemagne actually said it.
That was the Matrix.
It was 107 seconds.
Bro,
Wow.
they
Yeah,
Through
exactly.
The whole
It's like,
fucking
and
90 minutes.
that's why I posted my Neo Matrix clips
like
about
if
that.
you're Trump, how do you not talk about the platinum plan? Like, right? Like we touched
I was
on this
waiting
last
for my
week.
money.
Right? I'm
Looks
saying
like the
like
check's not gonna clear.
I'm literally, bro. I was talking to a few
Looks
people.
like-
I go, Gene, last night. This is last week on Tuesday. I go, I'm excited to see what this debate's gonna be like tonight because Gene, last night was like. That's it. He's basically got my vote. Show me the
Show
money.
me the money.
You know what I mean? And I go, I wonder how many other people around the country feel that same way. Like, oh, okay, I'm interested now. Like, you got me on the fence here.
Show me the money.
And then that display Tuesday night is like I sat on the couch. I went like this, right? Melissa hears my sigh from the other room because she's not watching that shit. She's so over it. And she goes, What happened? I go, this is our best and brightest.
Nothing happened.
You know what I mean?
That's the problem.
Why is Joe Jorgensen and Howie Hawkins not on this stage?
Because they don't got no money.
I was going to say, is that why they're never on debates or no one ever talks about that third?
You need the reason why.
Because I think back to Ross Perot, but then Ross Perot's a billionaire, so he was like, I'm getting on
the
TV.
reason why we've been pushing third party votes this year, especially in New York, like if you're a Republican or you're a conservative or you're someone who, isn't a blue no matter who in New York, and you don't like Trump, vote third party, because the more third party votes they get, if they get 15, if Joe Jorgensen, the Libertarian Party, get 15% this year, they have to be in the debates the next election cycle. Have to be. The reason is they've just never gotten there.
Oh no, listen.
15%. That's such a low number when you really think about it, and they still can't do it.
Yeah.
Because they need another Ross Perot back there going, here's a lot of money, look at me.
No, the problem.
Down here, guy, down here. Thank you.
You know what it is? The Libertarian Party doesn't pull enough from both sides. I think.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be the Libertarian Party, just third party as far as I'm concerned.
You know what it is? Because nobody else can start from scratch.
The problem with the Libertarian Party, in my opinion, is, and I don't, disagree, like I feel freedom of speech, man. You know what I mean? Like you represent yourself the way that you want. But that's what it is. Like the Libertarian Party
you play to win the game.
Sure.
And they don't do it.
Sure.
Neither do Democrats these days.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
And neither is Trump now.
There are extremists. You know what it is? If the Libertarian Party needs to play the game, then they should have elected someone like a Justin Amash, who is already currently sitting, is political, you know what I'm saying? Like has a career in politics.
Is he rich?
I mean, I'm sure he could get funding. He was a Republican for that. The only reason Justin Amash didn't get the nomination this year is because he just recently switched parties from the Republican Party to the Libertarian Party.
Which they should have ran with.
And they were like, we need to see that, which I agree with also. The party was like, we need to see that you're devoted to us and you're not just switching to, make a name for yourself,
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I agree.
You play to win the game.
Rand Paul, Justin Amash, boom, you got my vote right there. Done.
You play to win the game. I'll say this. Okay, so obviously that was the first thing I was thinking when I saw the debates. I go, here we go. The highlight of the highlight for me was a 77-year-old guy calling a 73-year-old guy a racist. I'm like, yeah, that was me on the television. Oh, okay, 2 seconds. But that's one. Second of all, I will tell you this. In my opinion, I think Biden had his own coached mission. There was a coached mission on his appearance that day. And I think
Trump derailed that.
No, I actually think I think Trump helped him, and I'll show you. I'll break it down for you. Trump helped him achieve his mission indirectly because Trump came for a brawl. And Joe Biden was like, they must have sat him down like, bro, this is what you have to do. Your goal.
Wait. I mean, did we not watch the same debate then?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
So I believe, this is my thought, that Joe Biden came in there and his sole purpose was to win the independents and Republican people who are on the fence. And I'll prove it. He basically disavowed the Green Deal, the Green New Deal. He disavowed, he was like, defund the police. He looked like he was crazy. He's like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. So everything that is extreme left. Progressive.
He proved that he
literally was like
2.0.
And he proved he's Trump 2.0. And this is when he proved he was Trump 2.0. This is the line. This is the moment. I am the Democratic Party. I'm like, whoa. Nothing like nothing like an older white man reminding me who's the boss.
Yeah,
reminding you who we beat.
I'm like,
yo, that's interesting take right there.
Here we go.
I beat Bernie.
I'm like, that's basically what he said.
Barely.
He's like, I'm the Democratic Party. And
what did he say? He said that in the beginning.
He said that somewhere in the middle because remember, Trump kept going. You just lost the left. You just lost this, and I'm like, Donald Trump is by saying that, you're actually helping him.
Sure.
Like
because the progressives
are not going to vote for Trump.
They're voting for Biden either way, you just handed him every moderate.
Voting for Biden for Kamala.
Wow,
that's what I'm saying.
They're not even voting for Biden.
So I'm like, this is just two old people, like.
Yo, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was a nursing home fight that just went to Joe. It was a nursing home fight that went to Joe Biden's side because Trump wasn't realizing what he was saying and doing, but he was helping him the whole way.
But you don't think that the actions of Biden hurt him a little bit, like just falling into that kind of bickering, jowl spitting,
No, because,
blah blah blah
because
blah.
some of the people
Because I mean, again, Biden didn't act presidential at all.
But he acted more presidential, which is Biden's whole campaign.
I mean,
Biden's campaign has nothing to do with.
He was doing the same things. Granted, Trump was completely on the offensive when he should have been on defense mode, regardless.
Yeah, I'm the president.
Like,
you tell me what you're going to do. Yeah,
right? Exactly.
I'm good. I got the job. What do you want?
Yeah, I mean, and I don't disagree with Trump attacking him on certain things like Hunter Biden and all, because like all of that's kind of interesting. I think most of America is kind of at least somewhat interested in. No,
I'm
you
not
guys
interested.
don't. You don't care.
I
just think it's interesting because I like
I don't care because
I like evil, maniacal things like that.
No, it's
they are look fucking politicians.
It's interesting. It's just not.
You know what's interesting to me? Because Biden doesn't have the backbone to attack his kids. Like if we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. Like and Biden wouldn't do it because I guess maybe he didn't want to open up the can of worms. But either way, I was just like, this isn't happening. But I'm gonna tell you this about.
I'll be honest. I don't really care at this point who out of the two of them is president. It's the same America. Either if Joe Biden becomes president, hopefully it calms down all the riots and the looting. Although there is the potential that it magnifies more.
Those gonna be rights on the other side.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think anything changes. You know what I mean? Like Trump basically hands Biden over a fantastic economy, another rebuilding economy, a recovering economy that's doing great right now. He has to go through the process of, if he agreed with all of those Obama regulations that Trump deregulated, if he agrees with all of them, he has to go through the process of re-regulating all of them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, how much really changes anyway? It's the same thing as between McCain and Obama in 2008, right? Like all conservatives,
John McCain, the last Republican I would have voted for.
All the Republicans were like, "Oh my God, the fucking world is going to end!" Right? There's this progressive.
That's because Obama was the Antichrist.
Right? Exactly. And what happened? Nothing.
He wasn't the Antichrist.
Sure, he put in a couple of progressive policies, but he fought for fucking 5 years to get anything passed. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So it's like, what does it really matter if Biden sucks for the next 4 years? Everyone remember that. Elect the next person that you think is going to do a better job, and we just keep repeating this fucked up cycle.
It sounds like you think Biden's going to win.
If you think,
I definitely think Biden's. I'll be shocked if Trump pulls this one out.
If you think that Biden's going to last till if he wins the next election, I don't.
No, he's a stopgap. Let me explain you something.
You age at like 10 times the way a person ages as a president. That motherfucker's going to be 115 in president years.
I agree with the fact that it's a vote for Kamala. Like, a vote for Biden is voting for Kamala Harris, and she's already said it. She slipped up already and said it like twice.
She's like, I'm off him.
About my administration. A Harris administration would have a Biden-Harris administration. You know what I mean? Like, she's slipped up a few times. So, again, that's all conspiracy theory.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Let's talk about that, but...
I'll tell you this.
Regardless, do you think a second debate happens? Does Trump say what's today's date again?
I think
today's the 5th.
I think
we got 10 days. Does Trump say
there is no other?
Fuck it. Coronavirus isn't stopping me. I'm showing up.
There's two things I can tell you about Trump's corona. There'll be no more debates. And if you're smart, you do what I did this morning. You buy Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer. I bought 2 stocks right there on JP's table. I said, because I can't wait to hear my doctors are the best and my doctors figured it out. And I told you guys and blah, blah, blah. Oh,
yep.
You don't think
You're in a Tesla stock house. That's it. You will buy Tesla stock in this house.
But what I'm telling you is...
It's working out great for me.
He's about to blow up the
man.
medical stocks. But I will tell you this. So, because it's so funny because this is a half a segue, but I really thought about it the other day.
Let's segue. What do you got?
And I think that the Trump presidency as crazy as everything's been, and he has done positive, blah blah, was actually needed.
There you go. That's where the ice. Come on, let me see it.
I'm waiting for him to keep going.
I feel like people don't get it. Like, when you work out, how does a muscle build? It has to rip. And then it fucking heals and it gets stronger, and that's just how shit happens.
Oh man!
And I feel like, you know what? America was like, we were driving around with our blinders on for so fucking long.
I know.
And then someone was like, "Bro, wake up!" Just like, Jesse, wake up!
Exactly.
And then so like we're like, holy shit. And now, granted, we didn't like everything we saw when we woke up. Like, whoa, they've been here this whole time, and that's been happening.
Yep.
So you're equating it to waking up in the Matrix, where everything sucks, but it's not.
I have to eat the goulash for a little bit, but Neo's gonna save us, I think. But
tasty wheat.
It's like when they bring in that new GM.
Yes, and he's,
whoa, are we gonna get a jeans restaurant?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm segueing you into one here, buddy. I just opened the door for you.
Can we get a jeans restaurant?
It's like a new GM stepping in.
Is Jesse gonna take your segment? What's going on here?
No, but you see that's a trick one.
Feeding it to him.
Oh, he's got no analogy.
You know why it's a trick one? I'm gonna tell you why. Because some GMs, you're right. Some GMs will come into a restaurant and they have such a strong vision and sense of purpose that they can take it to they can rebuild it. Sometimes
I'm saying
sometimes there's a strong system in place and you just need somebody else to run it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, this is an interesting dynamic, this country, because I can't tell you. All I can tell you is, like, to me, I equate what happened to us as like, it's almost like we had a cut and instead of cleaning it out, we just put a Band-Aid on it, and someone was like, nah, this shit's fucked up. Like, they fucking ripped the Band-Aid off.
Right.
Fucking peeled the skin off, cleaned it out, pour alcohol. They fucking got in there. It's just bubbling. It's hurting.
Gene's nursing analogies. Never mind. We're changing it.
It's like bartending, and you're like, when you don't realize you have cuts in your hand until you start cutting limes and lemons, and you're like, what the fuck?
I'm saying exactly it's like that corporate restaurant, right?
Yes.
That has been doing good, since they opened, and eyes are now off of it from the DOs, and the bartenders are the ones who really run the shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And those two closing servers, they're the ones who oversee everything, and everything goes through them. And then one day corporate kind of wakes up to that, and they send Brenda in, and now. That Brenda is now in charge of that restaurant, and she just goes, I see what's going on here. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're going. You want to stay? You're going to come and you're going to talk to me. And you're going to let me know all the names of everyone that's stealing, everyone that's doing this, and they clean fucking house. And then they bring in all their corporate fucking cronies to take back over.
Yeah, but I love
that's where we're in right now.
I love the analogy.
Corporate cronies.
I love the analogy, but no one really got fired.
What do you mean?
I feel like
Trump
tossed everyone.
Yeah, he tossed everyone like once a week.
Fucking everyone. He brought in his own business guys. They fucked up. They're all in jail now. He replaced them.
We have a record.
He's treating them. Let me tell you this. In the one defense of Donald Trump, there's not many from this side of the table. There's not too many. The one defense of Donald Trump is he 100% has been running this country like a business.
Like Death Row Records.
Whatever.
Which was a business.
But guess what? It's working.
Shook Knight.
Like even coronavirus, people don't like to talk about this. Like we weren't ever out of PPE. We weren't. No, we weren't though.
We were in the beginning.
People were scared because they didn't want to tap into stockpiles. But the minute that they opened that shit up and he brought in allowing private companies to start manufacturing these things, we took over and now we're selling that shit to the world. Renting out ventilators. There wasn't anyone in America that ever went without a ventilator.
That's also because
what I mean. So those are all
changed.
positive things here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. He gets a little
but
break for me on this one just because of the way he's been running it, and that it just goes into what we were talking about.
But
like,
this is exactly.
You're fired.
Yeah,
bring in these guys.
But,
you guys just did criminal shit. You sons of bitches. You're going to jail. Bring in these guys.
But
you know
this is exactly what guys like me were concerned about.
Sure.
When Donald Trump, when everyone was like, we need a businessman.
This is what guys like me were like. Yes.
I know, but
blow this fucking system apart.
My thing was, okay, we need a businessman. Is he going to run the country like Trump Towers, or like Trump vodka? Like, I need to know.
Trump steaks.
Trump steaks?
Sure.
Trump
steaks.
Is it going to be Trump University?
How do you guys not see this?
Is it
How
gonna
do you
be
guys
Trump
not see how
University,
all of
or
these
is it gonna
things
be
are
like
just
the casino? Yes.
write-offs? Just write-offs.
That's my
Who cares
point.
if they fail? Trump University? Okay, Trump University was bad. That was a scam. But Trump vodka? Come on.
I get it, but my
Write-off.
But
You know
my,
what I mean? Like,
He had a tech store, a cheesy tech store. What was it that sold the steaks? It was like Brookstones or some shit.
it?
oh, no, I don't know.
Yeah, they would sell the steaks at like a technology place, like a Brookstone.
Amazing. Guess
Trump
what?
steaks, get
Guess
him here.
what?
Like, what?
he didn't have a Trump.
I want a radio.
Do you know
Write-offs.
anything in sports?
Probably a try.
Write-offs.
Sure,
you know
who
why? Because
knows?
that steak, that fucking meat company right there, Trump Steaks, probably brought steaks to all of his restaurants. Write-offs.
I understand. But
Write-offs.
Does the WWE count to sports?
But you cannot write off the American people. You
This is
cannot
why
write
he
off
only pays
this country.
$750 in taxes.
No one said.
Hold on.
No one said he was
She wants to
right.
You
Want to segue into taxes?
No, I'm going to slightly touch taxes because I could care less. Because
We kind of touched it already.
We both disagree. We both disagree with taxes.
I know, but we touched on it.
Here's what I will say, which is what the Republicans drive me crazy, because I love to highlight hypocrisy. Yes. A man who pays $750 in taxes is now getting the best health care humanly possible. Top-notch doctors, top-notch medicine for $750. If we could do that everywhere, if only there was a way, everyone could spend $750 and get insurance across America.
Didn't he say he was trying to do something like that?
What do you mean?
It couldn't happen.
Didn't
Never
he say
heard of
he
it.
was trying to do something like
No, it couldn't happen.
It couldn't happen.
You're saying single payer health care.
I'm just saying, it couldn't happen. Just like in the debate, by the way, when he said,
It couldn't
You
happen.
believe in Medicare for all? And my man Joe Biden goes, no, I don't. Once again, another one. I'm like, Trump's really missing what this guy stands for. Like Trump did. It's like they're like, yo, here's the Biden packet, and Trump picked up the Bernie packet. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. Like, wrong packet, bro. Like, you picked up the Bernie packet.
That says that B is Bernie, not Biden, you idiot.
B for Bernie.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Right.
But isn't he trying to do something with
No, he's
Medicare,
trying to do
like
half and half.
healthcare,
It's
and
like-
and prescriptions and lower prices?
No, he's trying to give people the right to choose their doctor.
Right.
Which is basically.
But didn't he say he was doing something?
No, not just to choose their doctor.
What he's done is he's
the
lowered-
right to try is to try experimental medication so
Yeah.
that you don't have to wait for the FDA to.
Yeah, that sounds like
approve.
fun.
It does. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
If we didn't have the FDA, coronavirus is not that big of a problem.
And
I get it,
Which
but-
technically, do you know what Trump is doing right now? Clearly, he's trying some experimental stuff. Clearly,
Because he's 8,000 years old. He's like,
no, because this is the you know what? Think about this. And this is no disrespect to nurses, people on the front line, blah, blah, but for the sake of argument, let's pretend coronavirus was a hoax. Right?
All right.
So now you came home, you lied to your mom, you lied to your dad, you lied to your uncle. Your uncle called. What happened? You lied to them too. Now everyone's lying. We're all in on this lie. We're in so deep. At some point, you're like, how the fuck do I get out of this lie? Because I've been thinking for the last 6 months, how is America going to reverse course? How do we wake up one day and say it's gone?
It's gone. Yes.
And then Donald Trump got coronavirus. I'm like, this motherfucker. That is the way to get rid of this shit. Because now if a 74-year-old man, if a 74-year-old man who is 250 pounds, which means he's overweight, can somehow
definitely has preconditioned something.
Exactly. So he's preconditioned.
Something.
He's elderly. He is the target ratio. So when he comes
Although
out,
I listened to it this morning, the doctor, or maybe it was like yesterday, I guess it was, the doctors who were taking care of him came out and gave a press conference. And, bro, his pulse ox is back up to like a 98%. And I'm like, what 70-plus-something-year-old fucking guy has a lung function at 98%? Like, this guy must be fucking healthy. That's crazy. Or
he's signing.
Everyone is a fucking liar.
He's signing. He's signing a major deal with fast food companies right after this presidency. Mickey D's. We're loving it, but now.
Man.
So you figure
Love it.
he's gonna get out of this.
He don't actually eat that shit, I bet.
Yes, 1,000% he does.
They just endorsed him, and he's
No.
yeah, right.
He just gets a tighter girdle. Bro, he eats it and just next fucking way. Okay, and next notch.
And I'm gonna tell you now.
And then he gets that fucking raptor stands. Like, what's up?
When he
That fucking-
recovers,
Whatever that
when
is.
he
Like he's constantly doing the ass out hug.
Yeah. It's weird, man.
I'm telling you,
Creeps me the fuck out.
It's like he's got lifts in his shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fine. But it's also
a
that
girdle.
fucking,
you gotta
Lifts in a
understand.
girdle.
I don't like it.
He lived on television, so he plays the part.
He's
He
a
just-
human caricature. The way he talks, his
Yes.
lips, his hand movements. Like when you see an exaggerative impression of him,
I
it's
love
like, are you exaggerating?
Yeah.
Are you? Because you're really not. Because then you watch him and you're like, oh my God, I thought Alec Baldwin was totally exaggerating. Apparently, he was just he was doing
He
it.
was doing a good job. Yeah.
Anyone who does
That's
this
funny.
and the lips and like and the fucking head,
you know why,
like,
'cause-
and then you're orange and you got the fucking. I put the caps on my eyes still from 1972. Like, what are you
Yo,
doing?
my grandfather used to use
What I'm
those.
saying,
You know
like,
those.
You
little
know
fucking-
we can see the eye fucking hole
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Like, you know that, right?
Yeah.
You don't care.
It's makeup too.
He needs a presidential tan.
Then put it on your eyes. I don't know what to tell you.
Don't touch my eyes.
That's too
think
much.
about
Maybe
my
that's
eyes.
where he injects whatever fucking keeping him alive.
Right?
They're like eye drops or some shit.
Yeah.
He's the vampire life.
Helps lung function.
Would you?
Gives you energy at 73 years old that a fucking 40-year-old like me is like, how
That's
does
what really
what's
was going on at Epstein's Island. They would drain in blood,
from 15-year-old
blood.
kids?
Well,
virgin blood that you drop in your eye.
is that what the story was?
Yeah, virgin blood eye drops.
It is now.
It gives you your heart
I
and
thought you
your
just ate-
lungs
I thought you
full
ate pizza.
capacity.
Is it any crazier of a story than what it really happened?
Yeah, right.
On that
Probably
island,
not. Probably
realistically,
not.
is it any crazier?
Chill. MI6 will be here any minute. Was that?
Let him come.
Was that?
Let him come.
man.
008.
You're gonna break the guitar that you signed.
I know.
That's on my.
My hair's got its mind of its own today.
Isn't that weird?
My
So
bandana's all messed up.
I leave the band. I go to a show. My wife decides she wants to put in for a what do they call it? A raffle.
Like a raffle.
to win the guitar, and I win a guitar signed by the band I left.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How great is
And
that?
it's sitting on my wall.
But you also got K-Bong and Johnny Cosmic on there from Stick Figure, so that's dope.
Yeah, that'll be worth money to somebody.
Oh, definitely.
Give it
Maybe
some
not the
time.
Oogie ones, but I'll cut
bro,
that piece out.
you got
and it's
my
fine.
signature on there.
They got an OogeeLee. Yeah, you're right. But it's,
Official.
Speaking of, hey, this is all right.
Ooh,
Good
can we
se-
segue
good
it? Add it to
segue.
something fun?
Yeah, I'm all for
We released our first single
Fire
off of
is
the new
fire.
album.
Yeah.
It's been getting a great response so
That's what
far.
I expected.
You know, trying to get numbers up because it's hard to redefine yourself in a new genre.
Yeah.
But I will throw out a big shout out to Reggae 360 because they have like their top song release poll. Right now, we're currently sitting in second place.
Woo!
Yeah,
Under who?
I just found out about this morning. Maybe the hip abduction
Okay,
might
fair
be
enough.
under us.
Whatever.
Or
We're the
the-
only
the
non-reggae band
Resonators.
on Reggae 360.
No, actually, not really. No. So Zion I released a fucking dope track. I heard it on, they make a playlist on Spotify. Anyone on Spotify, check out Reggae 360's podcast's Spotify playlist. Just great music all around. A lot of the homies are on there. But dude, you got to check out that Cyanide track. It's fire. It's straight hip hop.
Through the Roots did a pretty much a hip hop song too
With
recently.
Duddy B, yeah.
So
And that's a great song. That's a great song. And so I really like Kenny's
they're sneaking
Kenny Mullen
into
stuff too.
They're sneaking into Gene territory there. Like, ooh, it's not completely real. Gene, I've
Yeah.
never seen Gene so happy when I showed him our new album. He's like, oh my God, it's not the same thing you guys been doing the last 10 years.
It really, bro, the reggae scene eventually,
Yeah.
it all sounds the same.
But like reggae and hip hop have really started to cross over a lot. Like you have a lot of
lot.
hip hop artists now that are throwing out reggae vibes. Like even Joyner Lucas has done it on a
No,
few
but you
tracks.
know
They've
this-
all done it.
Like
No, they all do it, but
so
I-
it's a good cross. Jerry Robinson, local dude from Long Island, which he reached out to me. He was like, congrats on the track and shit. So that was dope. Because Jerry, you need to check out Jerry Robinson. Like I said, local dude from Long Island. He signed with Strange Music with Tech 9, and since he signed with Tech, his shit has been next level dope.
So they probably get
And
better engineering, better budget.
oh, but I mean, even just like free creativity, it seems
Okay.
like in the studio, like where he's got a great voice, so he makes great hooks, and he's a fire fucking rapper. Just plug in the local here.
Well, you know what
But
happens.
you should
too,
definitely check him out. He's dope.
There's the Dirty Heads from from of the Dirty Heads, and they add a lot of hip hop into this shit. So Tech Nine was on a song that probably blew Tech Nine up a little. They probably gave him a big, probably got some extra fans from that, and it's an awesome verse from that one song too.
Tech and Atmosphere, I believe, were doing a lot of. Well, not a lot of, but like a few reggae festivals and stuff.
We went backstage to that Dirty Head show. The dude from Mobb Deep, what was it? Or not Mobb Deep?
Yeah.
We met both. Yeah, and that was the guy that died, right? That we met.
Prodigy.
I think it was Prodigy, right?
Well, we met Prodigy and Havoc.
Yes.
They were both there because they were working on. So
just saying.
By the way, they were at the Revolutions one time.
Yeah. One of the lead singers for Dirty Heads, Jared, has a side project called Sword Beach, and the first track that he did on Sword Beach was with Prodigy? No, it was with Havoc, I think.
Prodigy was on them.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it both of them?
Maybe, but definitely the one I remember.
I feel like once that track came out, he had already died.
One I remember was from Prodigy, but we digress.
Yeah. Either way, the point is the crossover has been happening, for a while. Yeah.
It's you just can't overdo it. Like I give an example.
I agree.
Every rapper that's done very well has a reggae record that was big.
Huge.
Snoop Lion.
Yeah, Snoop.
Hey, don't fuck with that album, bro.
He had a whole album.
JP loved that album.
I'm saying
I currently love that. I mean, actually, recently, I got my wife into that album. She likes like 3 or 4 tracks from that album. I always hear it.
It was a good. It was a pretty good reggae album. Yeah.
Remedy, the song Remedy with Chris Brown and fucking.
I mean, think about literally one of my favorite albums of all time, Distant Relatives, with Nas and Damian Marley.
That was good.
Oh yeah,
and think about how long ago that was. That crossover has been occurring for a while.
But Damian Marley,
it makes sense. It's both struggle, oppressive struggle, revolutionary music.
But those were because Damian Marley really isn't a traditional, roots reggae type of reggae guy.
Yeah,
maybe he was.
He Americanized, but now
he still has some
roots tracks, man. Yeah.
I don't really listen to him a lot.
He's not dancehall, so if you're not dancehall in that,
you're right.
You become roots.
No, Damien was definitely. I would say if I had to put who's the OG of the reggae hip hop fusion crossover, it's Damian Marley. He definitely brought it to the mainstream. Yeah.
I mean, it's happened so many times. It's just that I'm trying to think when did it really go boom? But because in the Bad Boy era, you had Shine did the Junior Reed.
Love that you brought him up. Makes me happy.
I remember you had Jay-Z with the Movado. That was his big reggae record.
Yep, that's right.
Fab had his one big reggae record.
I'm sure Rihanna had a bunch. Not that she's hip-hop,
Rihanna is different because Rihanna's the only person that can actually sing and all of it. She can do her own reggae record. But her Rude Boy record was that reggae feel that went viral. That went bananas. It was that record that you were like,
There was that I Shot a Man fucking song, whatever that's called.
It took away from the umbrella.
Right.
Yeah.
And brought it to
I love that track. To this day, I get so... I love that hook so much. I don't know why.
No, Umbrella's a great track.
Me.
It was young Rihanna, and then you had the Jay-Z remix. Everything was right. And then when she did the Rude Boy, and just like you said, the I Shot a Man, it's like, oh, wow, okay, boom, boom, boom. And then you got to remember, in the 90s, is that the 90s? I don't know. But Wyclef and the Fugees, there was a big reggae feel to a lot of their music. So it's always been there. Baby. It's just... You can't go to the well too many times. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I agree. I agree.
It's got to be calculated, or like you said, you do a compilation album.
And I'll tell you what.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. There's a couple of these bands that just prove that. Like Dirty Heads prove that. You got to step away from it, and they just did nothing but rise.
Well,
and now they're experimenting and shit, and they might have fallen.
The Dirty Heads they're like a beast of their own. It's also opportunity for them being out on the West Coast.
But even Soja, now you'll hear some shit with some heavy guitars. They're just going in a complete. It still has a reggae feel, but it's not a reggae roots song at all.
No, but
it's just got.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You know what it is too?
It's Americanized.
Just
you know what it is too?
Push away from it.
I just think. I mean, obviously now with Corona, there's no concept.
Well, because they want to sell records too. Once you get to that level, like Dirty Heads, the Dirty Heads aren't a reggae band. They're a pop band. For lack of better words, shit. One of their biggest songs they sold to Maroon 5. You know, and Adam
which one was
Levine
that?
blew that song
I love
up.
Maroon
The oh god, it just escaped me now. Oh, come on.
Recent Maroon 5 song?
Yeah, like 2 years ago, probably. Now.
It's not the girls' song, is it? Because if Dirty Heads wrote that, they
Which
fucked
one?
up. Girls like you hang out with girls like me.
No.
No.
It was
Well,
the.
fuck me then.
I'm just gonna look for it.
I'll just go F myself.
You guys keep talking.
Okay.
Should we talk amongst ourselves? The
It'll-
Dirty Heads are neither dirty nor heads.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I dated myself just now. Hard dated myself, bro.
Oh, yo.
But you know what? This album, like, we took it and we went more hook central.
Yes.
I hook centric.
Like that.
I
People
said,
like catchy.
you know what I mean? It's not completely, you know.
Visions. There you go. I
Okay.
keep seeing visions of you,
Oh, oh.
visions of you.
Yeah, but
that
they
one.
released that track.
They did later, like almost a year later. But Adam
Interesting.
Levine and Maroon 5 released that
it's-
song.
it's Adam Levine.
It was a charting song, and I remember when I first heard it, I was like. I think I put it up on like their fan page, the Wicked and Wiley's fan page, and was like, anyone hear that new Maroon 5 song? Like, totally sounds like it could be a Dirty Heads track. And then I won't give out names just in case he gets in trouble for this shit, but like a good homie who has always hooked up Oogie and shit wound up messaging me, and he's just like, yo, it is. Check out this private link I got, and it was Dirty Head's version of it, and I liked it like 20 times better. It was like, yo, but it was like the exact song, you know? So I was like, there you go. And they sold that shit for,
Money.
We'll put out a track. We'll put out some.
Money.
We'll put out some boom bap Jesse going OogeeLee, old school beaker. No one knows about the beaker.
Nah. You know what's funny is we did a show for a local festival, Statfest. You know, obviously festivals can't happen in New York right now, so they adapted with the times, and we don't have any fucking drive-ins. Like the few that we do have, I've already reached out to trying to set up like an Oogie Wawa drive-in show
And what they say?
on the island, and can't do it. No live performances of attracting crowds like that. It's like, what the fuck, you know?
They're in cars.
Because they don't trust motherfuckers.
I know. I don't get it. I don't understand why.
Because of what happened with the chain smokers.
Oh, yo, you're right.
What happened with Chainsmokers?
They had a huge.
It had a huge
show.
crowd in the front of the stage,
And everyone just got out of their cars and just went to the front of the
Yeah,
stage.
that's right.
Because think about
That
it, you're like,
happened
oh
in
my
the
God,
Hamptons.
I'm a huge
Yep.
fan of these guys, and no one's in the
Like,
front.
thanks for fucking it up for all of us locals, chain smokers.
And that's how.
It wasn't their fault.
No, I know.
And that's
wasn't their fault, unfortunately.
that's how babies are born.
Well, we just
Fair enough.
Everyone gets out their car and
Fair
goes to the
enough.
front.
Oh, so yeah, so we did this show. I was like a guest, interviewee on Statfest's, virtual. They did like a virtual festival.
I saw it.
Oh, you watched it. JP came with me and stuff. Like we talked about the album and whatnot. And why did I bring that up?
Probably because they want to try and get you on it. They want you to perform.
No, it was something else.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter because it wasn't that important, was it?
You
now?
guys were talking about selling records from one band to another, then we
Jesse,
started
it's
with the whole
gone.
reggae
Yeah, no,
thing
it was just I
and
was
going to
gonna.
Poppy.
Yeah.
You're nuts.
I need coffee.
What
You
we
wanna-
t- what we
But,
talking
you
about?
guys want to hear a crazy story real quick then? Why I'm so tired? Because my wife blew up my coffee pot. Where I'm redoing the backsplash, and I asked her, "Can you just go take a measurement?" So she takes my tape measure. She, goes over, to measure the backsplash, and the tape measure falls on her, goes in between the plug and the outlet, and a fireball shoots out. She blew a hole in my tape measure, blew the circuit, and exploded my coffee pot.
And what have we learned? Lawyers are not electricians.
Right.
Or measurers, for that
Yes.
matter.
Yeah, it was crazy though.
She can make thousands of dollars in a day,
Yeah.
but you ask her to measure something,
she
you
can
got to
me-
spend another.
Thank God it was rubber based. It was a rubber based, cart. She could have gotten fucked up, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
She could measure how long you're going to spend in jail, but she can't measure the distance between the outlet and the coffee maker.
All right, so why don't we go to sink or swim? Let's
do it.
All right, first thing I want to talk about, and I did this last week.
Let's do
an
it.
interesting food thing.
Okay.
So I saw this one. I think it's in like Taiwan or one of the Asian countries.
I'm down to go. Let's go.
Their Burger King, and it's been extremely divisive, still lines out the door of Burger King for a chocolate Whopper. There's peanut butter sauce and chocolate on it. Apparently, some people are like, holy crap.
Amazing.
And a lot of people are like, oh my God, that's gross.
I feel like chocolate's becoming like fried. You know how you can fry anything? It's almost like you can put chocolate on anything now. Like
My mother used to do this.
This is literally what's happening.
My mother used to do this thing with cheese, with a certain kind of cheese, basil, and dark chocolate on it. And it was
that makes sense.
wonderful.
Amazing.
And I'm like, I don't know why I like this, but I do.
No, that makes sense.
It's a frigiata.
Yeah.
Frigiota.
There's no je sound, really.
No?
There's no je sound.
What
You're mixing now.
I am.
But what do you guys? What do you think?
Yeah, I would
Sink
try
or
it.
swim it. Ooh, you'd swim with it.
I would eat it. Yeah, for sure. We talked last week about that burger bar we went to in Atlanta.
Yeah, it had peanut butter on it.
Had peanut butter and shit. It was
I
delicious.
just thought maybe the chocolate would be like.
I mean, I'm not a big chocolate guy, but
I know.
I hate that chocolate and peanut butter is always the fucking combo.
Because it's amazing.
But-
Sorry that you don't join the
What else?
fucking rest of us.
It's chocolate peanut butter. It's chocolate almond. It's chocolate. What did you want?
Got
I don't
peanut
know.
butter in my chocolate and got chocolate in my
I'm
peanut
saying
butter.
peanut butter.
That's what I'm saying. What else?
There's more combos for peanut butter than chocolate. Is my point.
Okay.
All right, so we agree that.
Yeah, I would be in.
We agree that. Try it. You would try it? Would you
try
try
it.
it?
A little bit.
You'd take one
I'll
bite.
take a
like-
sample and then
And even if you liked it, you might not even finish it. It's
yeah,
like one of those,
that would decide it. That one bite.
Yeah.
I'd give it. I'm always.
Like if
game.
it's dark chocolate, I'm out. Punch you in the face.
Yeah, but milk chocolate is sugar. So
Give me
I don't know
milk chocolate.
How it would be
It's
so good.
probably not milk
It can't
chocolate.
be
Dark
milk
chocolate goes
Dark
better with
chocolate?
food.
Yeah, because
The way it goes,
Yeah, then I
because
probably don't want that.
you might
milk
like
chocolate's
it.
just sugar. You're gonna put sugar all over your burger.
I hate dark chocolate, but when you mix it with
You're
certain
tired.
things,
You're tired today.
Yeah, because
he's a bartender. He offers life. Well, now he's a server, but I think he's over bartending,
Yeah.
which I don't blame him.
Yeah. No.
All right, so I got
That
another one.
high end serving though.
So
it's
did you
different.
guys see the video of Rick Moranis getting sucker punched in some dude?
I have not.
Some dude in Manhattan of all
Like
places.
Rick Moranis, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Rick Moranis came out of hiding finally to do the new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey, someone punching my eye.
So I guess because he looks like some dorky white dude, some big black guy just walked over him while they're walking down the street. It's on video. And just was like, I'm punching this motherfucker. And just
For no reason.
yoked him up.
Okay.
For
Was
Was he
no
wearing? Was he
zero-
wearing like a MAGA hat?
No.
Okay.
Rick Moranis?
Yeah,
no.
I don't know.
I'm gonna defend black
Maybe he
people.
thought he was
One out of
Bill
two-
Gates.
I don't know what happened, but I'll say
You got the video?
I'm
No, I
gonna-
never saw it.
I'm gonna say I didn't know about this, but I'm gonna say there's a lot of times I've seen movies where I'm like, if I ever see this guy, I'd fucking punch him in his face. And I'm assuming
The Honey, I Shrunk the Kids
What
guy?
is Dark Helmet gonna do? What did he
Wasn't
do to you?
No, isn't Rick Moranis one of the? Why do I just see him with a Star Wars thing in his head?
Because he put
Dark Helmet.
What is Dark
What
Helmet?
movie is that? yeah, that's a movie.
Spaceballs, you motherfucker.
Spaceballs.
Oh,
yeah.
yo, you're right.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, yo, you're right.
he did some.
Fuck.
Go through his movies. I'll find
Rick
I'll-
Moranis.
Go through his movies.
I'll
I'll tell
find
you
a reason to
I'll tell you
punch
why he
him.
got punched.
That's right.
They released a
Spaceballs.
photo of the man
Rick
accused
Moranis.
too. They found that motherfucker. It looks
Give me
like.
the movies, and I'll
course.
tell you who punched him. I'm looking it up myself.
Big Brother sees everything.
Oh yeah, well yeah, they got that on video. They saw his shirt and they were like, "Well, go up the block to the next camera. Let's show that motherfucker right there." Bro, let me tell you, man, that's
Oh,
fucked
this
up.
happened in New York.
Yeah, and he was wearing an "I
Oh.
Love New York" fucking shirt. That's the funny part.
Liar, bang.
Oh, there he is. There's that. Well, that's the shirt he was wearing. I don't think they're gonna show the video though.
Looks like Math Hoffa.
It kind of does look like Man Hoffa.
Maybe it was a battle.
Mean mugging.
I gotta get. If your computer turned on, I'd show you the fucking video.
Is it too
I
soon?
can't show videos
Is
on
it too
this.
soon?
right.
But New York's turned into a little shop of horror. Too soon? Too soon?
How dare you
Pull up
guys?
his IM.
Yeah, bro.
That
Yeah,
motherfucker needs to.
Parenthood. He got punched because of Parenthood.
No.
He got punched.
That guy never saw.
1989. Parenthood sucked.
That guy was too young to know who he was.
Little Giants. That's what it was.
Don't let me
No,
tell you
okay,
something.
no, it
Little
wasn't that.
Giants is one of the greatest movies
Ghostbusters?
ever. I
Maybe it
love
was
Little
Ghostbusters.
Giants.
What? What is? No.
Flintstones. That sucked.
Fine.
Flintstones sucked.
I'll give him
Flintstones
that.
was pretty
He
bad.
might have been like, "Yo, you
Oh,
fucked
yo,
up
he
the
was in the
Flintstones."
Flintstones.
he
Yo,
caught-
Rick Moranis has been in some shit,
He
man.
caught a yabba dabba do.
I'll tell you
that
what, though.
sucked. Yeah.
I bet you that dude. No, that dude was probably like, "I'm just gonna punch a white guy because he's the nerdiest looking white guy I've ever seen in my life."
Maybe.
But he wound up fucking up and punching one of the biggest movie stars from the 80s and 90s that
Telling you,
everyone
maybe
wants
he thought
back.
he was Bill Gates, and he was just like, "Fuck you and your vaccines."
Rick
Bam.
Moranis looks
You know?
nothing like Bill Gates, though.
Does he not?
No.
What do you mean?
Rick Moranis is like 4'7". There's no.
So is Bill Gates.
No, he's not.
Nah,
And
Bill Gates is tall.
No, dude.
Taller.
Not even someone who doesn't know who they are would think that.
My Blue Heaven.
I don't know.
Don't
In my
you fuck
head,
with my blue heaven.
in my head, Bill Gates
How
and Rick
funny is
Moranis
that?
are the same person. They
How
look the
funny
same.
that? Rick Moranis had a movie called The Big Bully. Didn't work out the way he planned. Like, this is crazy, bro.
Motherfucker should have raced faster down Cherry Hill.
Bro, there's so many.
I would've
People
shot
are.
him with a Ghostbuster.
For my little
Bro,
Giants
people
fans.
are up in arms because of this shit. People are
Really?
upset. That dude from Barstool had a whole rant on it. He's like, "This is unacceptable. Of all people, you punch Rick Moranis."
Yeah, man.
Bro, he's like fucking.
No, I get it.
He
I
used to
get
race
it.
Kevin down Cherry Hill.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, you know, the guy shouldn't have punched him. That's wrong. Period. I want to know why though. I'd love to ask.
I would. That's really all I care
I'm like,
about.
Did you know who he was? That's all.
What-
That's
you're
the only
right.
question. Do you know who that is? Because
I'm gonna say no.
Did you punch him for a movie?
Yes.
If he knew who he was, I'd be like, all right, fine. But if he didn't, then I'd be even more pissed because it's like, all right, you're just going around punching old dudes because
Yeah,
he's
right.
old.
But some-
He's not young. So it's not even like he was punching like me, who's just walking down the street. He punched an old dude with glasses. You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses,
Wow.
would you? Come on,
Yes,
everyone
I
knows that.
would.
Nick Chubb placed on IR.
Yeah, I saw that.
Michael Keaton. Really?
saw that.
What happened to him?
MCL tear.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
You don't have Nick Chubb.
I do in my other league, the one that's actually going to pay out.
Wow.
I'm about to get my first victory. Hopefully, knock on wood.
Nah, you're going to fuck that
I
up.
know.
Trust me.
Kelsey's gonna put up a dud, isn't he?
Yeah,
Bastards.
yeah.
No, the Chiefs play today.
Tonight. Oh, I also have Green
they
Bay's
don't. I thought
tight
it
end.
Here's a
Just
good
picked
sink or
him up.
swim. Speaking of football, you wanted to talk about this before, Mr. Neon Deion getting a college.
So Deion Sanders, I'm very excited. This is like
It's
throwing.
He is excited.
Yes, this
No,
is like,
yeah.
this
I
is
wanted
like
to talk about
throwing a pebble, but it's the ripple effects of this will change college football.
Interesting take.
Forever.
All right, I'm listening.
Okay.
They want to
So,
pay the players.
No.
Okay.
This
All right,
is still,
fair enough,
this
but
is,
no.
This is still America. So Deion Sanders, who was coaching high school football this whole time, has now been. He is now a coach of a historically black college. This is big. This is big because
Which one?
I believe it is Jacksonville, but I'm just double checking. JSU Tigers.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Why is this so big?
I'm gonna tell you why it's big. I gotta get excited. I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna be big because no one watches historical black college football. Now there are some people that went to some good schools like Baylor, Shannon Sharp
It's a
went
huge
to
school.
Savannah State. Jay Rice went to Old Mississippi or Mississippi State, one of those. Not
I don't know. I
Not
don't
the
know
one
shit
Eli
like
went
that.
to, obviously. Not Ole Miss, the other one.
yeah, not Ole
Mississippi
Miss.
State. But
Not the white.
not the white one, obviously. That would make it. It wouldn't be historically black. But the point is, his ability to go into a living room now, which is what college football is all about. It's not about X's and O's. It's about someone
Saban effect.
walking into a living room and saying, "I want your son to play for me." Like there is finally.
Imagine Deion Sanders. You'd be like,
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, you know what?
coming
Yeah, I'm
into
doing it.
my
Let's go.
house And saying,
All right, I see what you're
you
saying.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now this program. Oh, and the rumor was Emmitt Smith was like, "I'll be your running backs coach." I don't know if that's true, but this is what's going to happen. He's going to get premium talent.
Yo.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now,
Okay.
So I want to talk about this.
And this is,
I'm liking it.
And you know why this is important too? Like when you turn on the TV and like Alabama's pounding some stupid school, like
70-4.
Yeah, like
and I don't know how they got 4
nah,
points, but fuck it.
yeah,
Somehow Alabama sucked and got 2 safeties. I don't get this.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They ran out the end zone on a safe clock to extend halftime.
Orlovsky, baby.
But this is what like so.
Special teams? We don't need
This
special
is
teams.
This is going to change the game because now
I mean, I don't know about change the game,
I'm
but
telling
I
you,
think that's
you
amazing.
know why he's going to change the game? Because he will turn around that program. They will get better players, even if they're ranked 20th. Like I'm not saying they're going to be a top.
You're saying they're going to have recruiting power now.
not just recruiting power, but I also think
Are they going to invest their own money?
Yes.
Okay, then okay.
But here's
Deion?
here's the
I'm
best.
just asking, you
And
know.
here's the best part in sports, it's a copycat league. So
Now people are going to want to go to this school. Because
Exactly.
you're going to have Deion as your head coach.
Exactly.
Possibly Emmitt Smith as your running back coach.
It's-
Lawrence Taylor's getting
not
out of
to
jail
mention-
to be the
not to
linebacker
mention-
coach.
Not to mention,
Bro, you'd have a bunch of animals on your team, bro.
and how many motivational speakers?
They got Ronnie Locke coming.
How many
He's so
motivational
excited.
speakers are they going to meet? All of them.
Right.
Everyone's coming down.
Deion himself.
Yes, and then what's good about this is
So you're saying you like it for the fact that Deion is now going to fly around the country and recruit kids and
Yes.
walk into
Yes.
living rooms and,
I'm-
lift people up.
Yes, and
I love it.
It's not
Yeah,
just
Of all people, Deion Sanders.
and it's not just about that too. I'm going to
Bro,
tell you.
Deion walked into my living room, I don't get starstruck, but it's like there's like a few people in my life, you know, like if I met Bo Jackson back then,
And I'm going to tell
you
you
know what I mean? Like that would have been a life changing event.
And
Right.
why this is important too is with everything that's going on in the country and all the drama we've been having and all the racial tensions and all that stuff. The people who were able to hide the whole time was college football.
Was able to hide, sure.
They hid through this whole situation. You had a couple coaches that came out and spoke, but realistically, the kids have to play. They need the scholarship and they need a chance to make the NFL. And the coaches are owned by boosters and rich people, and it was like, we're not involved. We have our own scandal. We're not paying people, so we don't have time to get involved in that. They're like one scandal at a time.
It's not wrong.
Yeah, you know. So now this is gonna change that playing field because now you have a guy like him who's high profile. And I love the fact that it's a copycat league, bro. Some other school's gonna do the same. I'm telling you, it's gonna be ripple effect.
Yeah,
like,
I like it.
Ed Reed may get a job. This guy and that guy. It's gonna
You're
be
right.
crazy.
You're right.
Why not?
Like you said, Ronnie Lott might get a job and teach the kids, you cut your fucking finger off if you want to play this Sunday. you cut it off like I did. And he's just like, see?
It's 2020. We're not
He
doing
did
that.
it. Motherfucker was like, whoa, I can play this week if I just nip the tip.
Ronnie, the clothesline is illegal now. You can't.
You forgot Pierre Paul said.
Clothesline.
Pierre Paul says, I can count to 9. You know? Like, there we go.
All right. Fine. Fair enough.
That's crazy.
He's right. Fair enough.
There you go. So
Now, you know what else would change the face of college football? Add that with maybe extending the playoffs so I'd actually be interested in something. And then on top of all that, maybe...
How about making it not so confusing?
no, you know what college football needs to do? College football.
Yeah.
College
Right?
football.
That's it.
Was that
all
what
I
you
need.
were about to say? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
on that,
I was gonna say maybe throw them a little scratch or let them get paid from some like Adidas wants to come in and be like, hey, I want to give this kid
No,
some
they
money.
need to get paid.
Let it happen.
They
Shut
need to
up.
get paid for their likeness. That's it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
you don't.
sure.
The
Like,
school
I don't
doesn't
really
have to
care
pay
about,
them.
yeah, I don't really, and no, they should get a stipend because let me tell you something.
Fine.
James
Maybe some
Winston,
healthcare.
before he was throwing interceptions and destroying people's fantasy teams. James Winston, before people were like, he throws for 4,000 yards and negative 6 points. What is it? 6 points for every interception?
No, -2.
-2. Like he was fucking people up. Before that, James Winston stole crab legs.
Right.
You remember that?
Yes.
Like, how am I the starting quarterback of the Florida State Seminoles?
And I had to steal some
crab legs.
Yeah.
Like, they need a food stipend, no athlete.
They have. But this is what I was just about to say because
They probably do,
this
though.
just clicked on me. It's
No,
like
there's more to it.
Crab legs are a little
in
bougie.
hindsight, they are getting paid because they're getting a paid for.
Don't start, Tebow. Don't start
I'm just
with
saying. No, they're getting a top-notch education,
which they don't because they don't go to class. But
they're
keep going.
getting put on the national stage.
That is
so
correct.
they're already elevating their careers. If you perform well, you're getting because you're on that national stage. You're getting. Coverage in the combine. You're getting, you know what I mean? Like you're going to enter into the draft. So
They
like
took away Reggie Bush's Heisman Trophy and like, oh, you didn't win the Heisman
We all
Trophy
know who wanted that
because your
year.
mother took a house. Like, fuck it. Who cares? Who gives a shit? He still did what he
But you
did
see
on
what
the
I'm saying?
field.
Yeah, I think that's ridiculous.
That's what I'm talking
You should
about.
I'm going to tell you this.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm talking
no,
about.
I agree.
I'll
with
give you
that.
a good example, too. And
I'm saying, like, the whole point of giving these kids a salary,
I don't want that.
they're
I
getting
want
an
some-
education, and it's the
No.
NCAA, like that's something that
they got to give them more.
I'm saying
It's not enough.
Do you know how much these football teams
that's
pull in
not
for a
the
school?
reason that you go to school, though.
I know, but Jesse.
So if all these other kids who are going to school have to take out loans and financial aid,
they also
y'all
have,
don't.
They also have no athletic talent.
Agreed. So they have to pay money.
Yeah, academic people.
So
people who have academic talent don't pay either.
Yes,
They're getting full
agreed.
scholarships.
Some people get full scholarships that
but
way
the
as
difference
well.
is this. The difference is this. My academic prowess gets me a full ride to, let's say, Alabama. I'm now studying, neuroscience, whatever. I'm going to be a doctor, and the school makes no money off of that.
The reason that I don't like
I become an alumni and give school
The reason
back.
that I don't like
But
that
as
is
an
because you're
athlete,
talking about
you
giving
make money off of me.
You're talking about giving 19, 20-year-old kids a ton of dollars
Not a
while
ton.
they're still.
Not a ton.
I mean,
But Jesse, listen.
before they're out of college.
I know, but Jesse,
Some of these teams make billions.
Sure, I
The
agree.
school makes
But
No,
billions.
I hear you.
But not even
They
that.
also pay
That's-
out a ton in
But Jesse,
scholarships and stuff.
That's not even what drives me crazy. Is from our eras in the 80s, 90s, 2000, college sports has become an inferior product because everyone who goes through it is looking for a way out. There's no reason to stay. The moment
Look
you
at
can-
bowl games.
the
People are like, nah, I'm not
they
playing.
don't play bowl games. The moment you can get out. If I could play 1 year and get out, I will. If I could play 2, whatever the minimum is.
But that's what it is. It's the same thing as high school. So because there are some high schools that generate a lot of money. Should high school students get paid?
It doesn't have that stigma.
It's not the same.
It's not
because
the same.
they're not at an age.
but it is.
They're not at an age where they're going to make that money.
not.
My thing is, if kids were better taken care of, there's a chance the junior comes back for the senior year. There's a chance because they'll chase the championship.
What do you mean? I'm confused.
If I'm a junior in basketball and
College, you mean.
college, and I'm not getting paid, I'm leaving as fast as possible, and I am going to compromise the school's program. Zion Williamson played 1 year at Duke.
Yeah.
And that's only because
he wants-
no, because you have to now because
Because he had
LeBron
to.
James.
If he didn't have to,
After
he
LeBron,
would have left.
think.
Okay, so then he gets his scholarship from the school 1 year. He opts out because he doesn't care about his education. He wants to go to the NBA and get paid millions of dollars
Which
in the
he should.
NBA, and then that should be allowed. That
is allowed.
That's nothing that doesn't affect Duke. They only paid for him 1 year and got him to play for 1 year.
Yeah, but Duke didn't pay him.
They paid for his
Education.
They paid for him to live on campus, to use their facilities, to be bused, to be carted around. They gave him a jersey.
Okay, so
they gave him room and
from
board.
a business perspective, if they paid Zion, don't you think they would recoup the money and make more money for it? He sells out seats. He's box office. If Zion received a modest salary,
Sure, but if he's not there to get an education, then go to the NBA.
none
That's
of them
it.
are there for an education, Jesse.
Then go to the NBA.
I agree,
Then,
but
you know
what I'm
I
trying
mean?
to tell you is you can get a better college product if you invest the money. It's an investment. You invest in them by giving them some sort of payment, and they stay longer.
And the school doesn't
Bro,
necessarily have to pay them.
Let me
That's
tell
my
you
point. They get paid.
Whatever,
Let them get paid for their likeness.
Yes, how
from
many
another
get paid?
company.
And I'm
Let
gonna tell you something.
Just let them. That's my point.
And the point here is Duke is a classic example because Duke just got into this one and done game.
Are they allowed to have agents?
No,
No.
College?
they're not allowed to have
No.
shit.
You see what I'm saying? Let the
They
agent
can't get a
negotiate.
watch.
I'm
If,
just
if
asking.
someone
Yeah,
gave
I'm
them a
asking.
watch, they're expelled. They're off the
Exactly.
team. Anything that
Bro,
they won, gone.
Listen, the Fab Five, which was my generation, that's the 5 freshmen who went to Michigan. That's John Howard, Jalen Rose,
Yeah.
Chris Webber, Ray Jackson. Okay, so now what happened is, and I remember watching a documentary, Chris Webber was dead broke, and he was away somewhere, and he's watching his jersey in the store
Sell out.
sell out. $80 a pop, and he's broke. And he made the decision to leave that moment. He had the press conference right after that, and he went to the league. And my point is, Michigan basketball, the students, the whole program would have benefited if he stayed another year or two. 100%. More money, more revenue. It's an investment. They refuse to see.
I get what you're saying.
They refuse to see what they would make. They would make billions off of this because a college star is bigger than you think. Allen Iverson in college basketball is the only reason I watch Georgetown.
Imagine if
I have
LeBron
not
would've
watched
went to
Georgetown
college.
since. If LeBron had went to college, whatever college it was, would have been box office. We would have been watching.
Yeah,
it.
but you also run the risk. Like, this is the way I look at college basketball, right?
Or football too, by the way.
College basketball is for kids that are career focused, that have a talent.
Yes.
Right? So you go to school because you want an education in whatever career you're going to do after college, right? After this next step.
No.
Yes, but this is why you go to college.
No.
Okay? If you were...
No, it's no.
For what? Though, what do you mean?
Let me finish then.
Go ahead.
If you are... LeBron James was so good out of high school, he didn't need to go to college. He didn't need that mid... he didn't need to go on the JV squad. Let's say it like this, right? He
I get it.
But now they made a rule that you have to go to college for 1 year minimum.
Right.
Which is the NBA trying to support college. You understand?
Yes, sure.
When they can support themselves.
My point is this. Just my point is this. If I'm LeBron James and I have this, I don't want to go to college.
I agree.
Because I don't want to run the risk of
being injured
in college. Now what? Now I have to finish school? My focus was never school.
Okay, but now the rule is in.
And this is exactly why colleges should do the right thing, because if people get injured, their careers are over.
Does the NFL have this rule? You can't go. You can't go from high school to the NFL.
No.
You can't be recruited. You have to play.
There's way too much money in college football for college football to even think of
about
allowing
doing that.
They won't allow it. Like, they'll be like, nah.
And you gotta remember too.
They'll fuck up some shit.
And let me tell you something.
No, but I'm saying, how does the NCAA have that regulation? If I'm 18 years old and I'm not going to college,
I agree. You should be allowed.
I can go try out for the NFL. I could try out.
What you would do?
I won't be recruited. Let's say
there might be an age minimum too from the NFL
an age minimum. Okay,
because they probably don't want 18-year-olds, because it's significantly the most dangerous sport in the league. Behind around where hockey's probably right behind it.
If you're 18 and you really want it out, you would probably go to the CFL or somewhere. You play a year and then you'd come back down.
Even those guys go to college. The Rock went to fucking UM.
That's what the Ball family did. They took their kid all the way to Australia or whatever. Now they're bringing him back, and he's projected to be the third pick in the NBA draft. But my thing is, these schools are missing a big opportunity because people are leaving so fast that college sports is not what I used to be glued to college football. Like, I loved college. I'm a big
and basketball too.
Yeah, I'm a big Florida State fan. I used to watch all of it.
Oh, I know.
And every story is a drama. Like, even before Winston.
See, I wasn't,
Peter
because
Warwick
you don't get attached to players.
That's his point.
You don't get attached to players because they're not marketed. And the reason they're not marketed is because you don't want to pay them.
No, I'm saying it's
all
like,
the same.
Like the difference between college and the
get
NFL.
Attached to players. You get attached to players. Listen, Penn State. I remember LeVar Arrington when he played.
What I'm saying is, most of the time in college,
all the names.
Most of the time in college, you only know the superstars that are, and they're usually either juniors or seniors. So you get them. If you're an Ohio State fan or a Florida State fan, you get 1 or 2 years with players that you know and or are attached to, and then they're gone.
Okay.
And then there's new. You know what I'm saying?
Know,
so it's
but in a sport, you understand, college football, college sports, you win, you get better recruits, you get more money flooded into your program, and it perpetuates a cycle. Just like if you lose, it perpetuates a cycle. And
that happens regularly in professional sports too.
Yeah, but this is why. But the difference is professional.
Just in a different way.
The professional sports has free agency. That's what destroys professional sports. College has people opting out because they're chasing money. Trust me, there are a lot of kids that if they made $100,000 a year as an athlete, they wouldn't be in a rush to make $2 million. I know that sounds crazy because there's a lot of mothers that want their kids to get degrees.
Of course.
So there are some kids, because that's why they all go back and get it, because they all promised their
mom. A lot of them do. Yes.
So now, if there was a chance, and there's a math or a science or a combination of both,
the school
that
themselves
can figure out who is worth what and the end. Because when I say players get paid, if you're on the bench and you don't play, you're not getting a salary. Like, $1,000. Have a nice day. You get my point.
Well, you know how you can do that. Like I said, the school themselves maybe doesn't pay. You give them a percentage of the jersey that
and
selling,
the television sells.
The television sells. Yeah, you give them a percentage. It's not.
But my point is,
it's based on talent.
There is a big. Okay, so Florida State again. Peter Warwick, Laverne Scholes walk into a fucking store. The girl goes, "Oh, you guys are the receivers from blah, blah," and don't worry about it. It was sneakers. They get in trouble. Why would you try to take sneakers? And the combination is, did they shoplift the sneakers? Or were they really told by the whatever, blah, blah? Almost affected the guy's draft cash. Peter Walk ended up going to Cincinnati. The Jets got Laveranues Coles. They both didn't do what they should have done.
Well,
you get the point.
Jets are involved.
The Jets traded him for Santana Moss back and forth like it was Phil and Sean doing trades in fantasy football. Like it was just real. They just recycled those guys. But you remember Santana Moss destroyed everyone's fantasy football from the years 2003 to 2009. Thank you, Santana Moss. But and the Redskins, who are no longer the Redskins, just a Washington football team. But those guys shouldn't have to do that. And granted, it's sneakers. I get it. They have a choice. They could wear fucking New Balances. But at the end of the day, it's just the thought process that it's so fucking effed up that these are things that are happening. Like, we can't just turn a blind eye to what's happening with these kids.
Because if they were professionals and that store gave them sneakers... No, about it.
No, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you gave some NFL players sneakers.
Maybe they
some millionaire.
Maybe college athletes get free sneakers as well.
I agree with it. I think they should get paid in the sense of outside of the school.
Why can't I get this? That it's not for us to decide the structure. I'm saying there is a structure, a method of science that can properly compensate them for what they do and the risk that is college football. Because it's a risk.
Because there are some players that could have been great NFL players.
I just think that
there's MCIs and MCLs, concussions, all of that exists in college football too. We just ignore it.
I just look at it as and I'm fine with it. Like, yeah, sure, you guys want to pay college players, that's cool. I think that you do them a disservice by doing that, though.
No.
Because that's just my opinion. We don't have to argue about it anymore. I'm just saying you're literally handing...
But you're not paying them.
You're handing kids a loaded gun. Maybe I'm saying this because... did you guys go away to school?
No.
You didn't go away to college. You don't know what dorm...
I get it.
You don't get it because you weren't there.
I get the concept.
I'm telling you what it's like. And if I was given $100,000
over a year, buddy, in a paycheck.
If I was given a paycheck of $100,000 over a year as a college student,
what if it was $500 to $1,000 a week?
Whatever. Even still,
you do that much damage with that?
Fuck yeah, because you there's no guidance when you're literally on your own.
So there needs to be guidance. I get it.
You're literally on your own.
But what I'm saying is, the school's
I tell you what, you know what I could be cool with then for likeness, right? If they're going to sell your jerseys, if they're going to use your clips, if they're going to use your face on things like that, sure. Then that money can go into an account, for you.
You give it to them at the end when they either get drafted or graduate or get their degree,
right? Or you can even petition for, hey, listen,
there's incentive now.
I'm really broke right now. I got no shoes. The school's already provided me with shoes. I'm trying to go buy a pair of shoes. I need $100.
Yeah.
And then you're able to take, but you have to say what it's for. This way you're not going and you're buying you and all your boys, booze that night, and then you run the risk of destroying your career because you're a kid.
But here's the thing. Now there's still an incentive to stay in school because you know what? I can still make money. I can get another pair of sneakers.
We're not incentivizing people to stay in school. So
I can get my my degree.
You have to say if you don't incentivize them to stay in school.
If you need to be forced to stay in school, then you shouldn't be in school.
That's it. You're forcing them. You're giving them an incentive. They can still leave.
I'm just
saying,
but they can still leave.
They can still leave. The idea is...
I'm fine with it.
Because you got to remember, a large part of the argument is that you're giving them free education, which they're not using because they're leaving. So my point is, for them to actually reap that benefit, you kind of have to incentivize it.
And also an extended playoff instead of a 4-team or whatever the stupid shit is. You're giving people a reason. You can make those bowls within... The round of playoffs.
I hate it because it's like,
Bowl, but hold on,
just make one championship.
If the Fiesta Bowl is shit, anyway, let's just say the Fiesta Bowl this year is nothing. That could be round 1 of the playoffs. Is the Fiesta Bowl and this bowl and the Sugar Bowl?
Oh yeah, I like that. And give us a college.
Hold on. You don't hear what I'm saying though? Like,
give us a college football Super Bowl.
JB,
is what you're saying. Yes, I agree.
But JB,
give us a college basketball championship game.
I don't know why they're struggling. March Madness works in basketball. Why would it not
Well,
work
March
in
Madness
football?
is more games, so you can do that bracket system.
But why
sure,
wouldn't that work?
It'll be a longer, extended thing, so you can't do that many teams.
Yeah, but my whole point is to put up a bracket.
Right. Whether it's 16
you know what? You're right. If you
teams
do that, you're
or
saying
24.
16 football.
Yes, give me football bracket.
That's my issue with
How many-
college
how
football.
many
It's
weeks-
so fucking confusing.
How many
Who's
weeks-
in the Big East? Who's in the? Yeah, it's
As-
like
as a matter of
How many weeks is between bowl season and that championship
As a
game?
matter of fact,
Like 3 weeks, 2 weeks,
As a matter of fact,
more?
As a matter of fact, the whole
You're probably
season,
right, yeah. It's
all football time.
The whole season could be the bracket. Literally, if you really think about it, you would just have to streamline and get rid of the bullshit games. 'Cause
Yeah,
I don't
sure,
need to
but
see
that's a
them
little
play.
that's a little far. That's a little too
Listen,
far.
I don't need
It's too much in the beginning.
I don't need to see
Gene,
Georgia
there's so much.
play Pat Med High. I don't need, I don't need to see that.
All right, but
game.
that's fair enough. But at the same time, you
They
you,
need the money,
you,
though.
you
I'm not gonna lie.
extend the playoff.
Yeah, I'm
right.
down, I'm down.
So after you extend the playoff. Now, what you do is you got all of those bowl games. They can be injected into each round
No, I'm in.
instead of some useless,
I'm sold, bro.
you know,
The Fiesta
whatever
Bowl is just to
Fucking,
remind
it's
me to
stupid.
buy chips.
Right.
The Orange Bowl, don't know why
Round
it's called
one.
that.
That's because of the. That's the name of the.
You know what I mean?
That's the name of the
Sunshine
stadium.
Bowl, the Aloha Bowl reminds me that Hawaii's still part of the union. Like, I
there you go. It's
like,
just, but that's my point.
these things are just-
you inject those into
Who's
the beginning
basketball
rounds.
player that doesn't know that Hawaii is part of the U.S.?
I don't know.
You see that one?
No.
I saw the meme. I forgot.
I'm like, don't tell me. it's
Oh,
Kyrie
what's his
Irving.
name?
Kyrie Irving always says something.
It was something like, I
like
can't
Kyrie.
take another 4 years of this. Basically,
moving-
like if
I'm moving to Hawaii.
Trump's elected, I'm moving to Hawaii. Yeah,
That's the best.
It's amazing.
it's great.
If he wants to be ignored, he should move to Puerto Rico. Oh, you got to get it right.
Hey,
good
Even
point.
though- I
Very
think-
good point.
I think Trump dropped the check there, though. They got paid.
He tossed him. He tossed him
No,
another
no,
roll
but
of.
they recently got paid.
Did you see that other meme?
They
It was
was-
Oh
like,
yeah, get well
get
soon.
well
and-
soon.
That was me. I
Patrick
should have
Rico, was you? Yeah, bro, that
I was
was
like, get
great.
myself from Puerto Rico.
That was great. Yo, apparently he checked himself out of the hospital.
Are you surprised?
Death row
I think
he's
bitches.
fine.
I'm out.
Death row bitches.
I'm saying.
Death row,
Yo,
bitches.
bitches. If you don't want your president dancing in your videos, and you don't want your president all in there, vote for Trump 2020.
Real quick, because we're going long right now. Something
Are we?
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
No? All right.
It feels
I
like
see
it.
220. I'm like,
Oh,
damn, it's been
120.
it's been
That
2 hours.
It
and
starts with the 1. It doesn't start with a
20
0.
minutes. Jeez.
That's that Maui.
Something I would love to talk about it, but I
Do
think
it.
maybe
Go for
we should
I'm down.
do some research on it.
Nah, no research,
first, just to
fuck it.
go
For
a little
what?
more.
For what?
Well, just because it is interesting.
All right.
All right. So Melissa and I, we were talking about. Why is I was basically saying well, I don't understand why isn't hemp used more, right? So we stopped cutting down so many trees, right? Why aren't we
I
using
ask
hemp?
myself this question literally every day.
So okay, the reason I
think
say
it's
this is
stigmatized.
because
Of course.
It's stigmatized, that's why.
I recently harvested some stuff that grew in my garden this year, and
Hemp. You have harvested the hemp. Go on.
yeah, right. And
It's fucking
so my
Pablo Escobar. Go ahead.
father-in-law was showing me how they make twine, like hemp
course
rope
he
and
was.
shit like this, right? And I was blown away on this tiny little plant that grew in my garden, that the strength of this, right?
You know
and
they can make
I wear
hemp
hemp,
plastic,
I got
right?
hemp everywhere, but you take these things for granted because they're already cultivated, they're already made, and processed down and spun, and boom,
Yeah.
you get your rope or you get your jute or whatever, right? But to actually see it and then do it in the backyard and go, whoa, this is how this is done. This is fucking insane. So that struck my interest the whole weekend.
You could use it for car paneling, and it's stronger than what they use now.
Sure, but now. The issue was Melissa chimes in and she goes,
Those fucking lawyers.
I know. She goes,
They save your ass.
She goes, well, we don't use hemp that much because we're starting to use bamboo more.
Fair enough.
So I go on. What do you mean? There's no way
So
that
they're going to
bamboo.
infest the United States with bamboo because
But I'm saying
you can't stop it from
there's
growing.
no way that bamboo grows faster than a hemp plant. And apparently,
It does?
in 23 days, bamboo can reach heights of 25 feet.
Yes. Do you know?
In less than a month.
Do you know why
And
they
they
use
say that because I thought this one was really interesting too.
10% water? That's all they need.
What?
That's all they need.
Well, the thing is that
They need really no water at all.
One of the negatives, I guess, that's a plus for hemp and a negative for bamboo is that bamboo needs more water to cultivate, to like make pulp from. It needs
to cultivate, but not to grow. To grow, it takes nothing.
Right. To grow, bamboo takes less than
it takes nothing pretty much
than hemp does. Hemp needs fertilizers in order to grow. Bamboo doesn't, and also bamboo replants itself.
You want a little bamboo fact?
Hold on. This is a fun fact that I thought was what really struck me on bamboo. The bamboo forest can absorb up to 35% more carbon dioxide than any other forest.
Okay.
So if we're so concerned about global warming and carbon emissions,
we should grow bamboo.
Let's leave our trees alone. Let's grow bamboo more, right? And let's start cultivating and using bamboo, because it's not even something that needs to be GMO'd, because it fucking grows itself in less than a month, and then drops its own seeds, and that shit grows. So it's just
why it's a nightmare for people to have in their backyard.
Yeah, I remember. Chad's dad was always, like Chad and his father were always
spent thousands of dollars
cutting down bamboo every year.
Kel spent thousands of dollars in his backyard to get it out. They had to like dig out a hill in the lawn. Like they had to like.
Oh, that's too bad. We should have.
Well, you know what's funny? You know why they put for torture purposes? Do you know why they put bamboo under the fingernails?
Because it keeps growing.
It'll grow into your fingers because it takes like no water.
No shit.
So you're basically.
I learned that from Mr. Sorger himself. I'm gonna shout him out because he told me it, and he'll just call me out.
You're telling me. Nice. So we need a bamboo. So we need a bamboo hemp team to finish the job in California.
Yes.
Knock down that whole forest.
Right.
And then grow bamboo and hemp.
Right. And those motherfuckers will do it. Because if it burns, great, it's burning. Yeah. Fantastic. The hemp is burning.
California be high. What else is new?
They're high now.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but
that's why they forgot to sweep the forest.
Now it's like I'm kind of off.
No, you're like
I'm kind of off the whole hemp train now, because it's like bamboo just makes way more sense.
But hemp is probably more. You could probably make more with hemp, I feel like.
Why? It's still the same thing.
Can you make bamboo plastic? I don't know. I've never seen it. All right, so there you go.
You could cultivate it. The same thing that you do with hemp is you need the pulp.
That's why I get angry about this whole paper napkin, paper straw thing. It's like, use hemp plastic straws.
You can't do it because I told you the stigma. You can use bamboo straws though. No one would be.
I know. I had worked.
You tell someone.
That's why I love Ronnie Booth at Coffee Booths.
He uses
the pasta straws.
Uncut ziti.
Amazing.
Like this long. Uncut
amazing.
Ziti.
They don't get soggy. They don't leave a weird thing in your mouth. They're fantastic.
And if you're a disgusting human who likes to eat raw pasta, you got a little snack.
There you go. Which my son is.
My wife is.
Oh, stop.
I'll be cooking. She'll come over before I put the pasta and she'll grab a little fucking thing of. Like, what do you. Yuck. And then I mentioned this somewhere. I forgot where. Oh, in Ronnie Booth's place, in Coffee Booths. I mentioned it, and everyone in there is like, yeah, no, we eat raw pasta. I love it. Like, I'm the weird one right now? Like, no. Usually if they say if everyone's out to get you, you're the fucking crazy one. Not in this case. No,
bro, I'd stand right next to you. Like,
yeah, no.
That's sociopath shit.
You're fucking stupid.
On this episode of White People.
It's more of an Italian thing.
Oh, Gene,
it's an Italian.
So pasta is this thing that Italians make. It's maybe you've had it. It's mac and cheese.
He doesn't work in an
Take
Italian.
out the cheese. That's a pasta.
And eat it raw? No.
No, exactly. Imagine eating that shit raw.
Mac.
Okay, well,
No.
you work
raw
in
mac.
Raw mac.
You work in an Italian restaurant.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw was not about mac and cheese.
This is not necessarily
or pasta.
Yeah.
I don't. That dirty bastard was not.
We
talking
could
about,
make
that was
a parody song. We had a little interruption there because I get spam calls like everyone else in this fucking world. And then for some reason, it seems like we're getting more after this COVID shit.
Hell yeah.
It's like spam calls are next level right now.
Yeah.
And I'm still getting calls for my warranty on my car that I had literally 10 years ago.
I don't even have a car in my name.
And you're still getting I get the warranty on your car?
The warranty on your car? I go, which one?
Listen.
I fuck with them now.
Listen.
I answer them.
It's not just that. Even though, and people say the post office doesn't work, I got in the mail 3 cars ago, I can get an oil change for $69.95. And I'm like,
Did you take it?
no,
Take
I ripped it
advantage.
up.
Oh, you should have went
I don't know about
It's a
oil
different
changes
car.
anymore,
So what?
guys.
Be like, it's my car.
I don't have to deal with oil changes and transmissions anymore.
This guy, look at this.
I went and spent way too much money on a car, but it's still worth it for me.
Nice.
No maintenance. You
Yeah,
have to go update system.
I gotta rotate my tires, and I gotta throw some windshield wiper fluid in there.
Be
That's
careful.
it.
But be careful what you say.
I'm surprised Elon Musk hasn't figured that out.
Be careful what you say in that car, because the NSA guys are like, "Don't worry, he'll say it. Don't worry, it's coming."
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you mean?
The minute that Tesla comes out with something cool for me, I'll be in.
How about a $25,000 electric car?
I mean,
I don't want a
Fully
car.
autonomous.
No, I need a truck. Your
Yeah.
truck is hideous.
Oh, come on. I can't wait. I can't wait to come home with that, and my wife literally stabs me in the eye with it. It'll be worth it.
I need a pickup.
I'll wear a patch.
I need
It
something.
is a pickup truck.
There's no access to the back. You gotta like fucking
No.
and then
How you gonna-
Just keep it open. You don't have to close it.
Stupid.
You're
I
gonna
hate
have a
it.
truck with no Hemi?
I hate it.
Is that done in America?
What are you talking about? Bro, this truck is,
You're
they
right.
already got over 500,000
You know what?
pre-orders.
You're
We're gonna
right.
see
Can
it.
I go on the beach with it? Probably
Yeah.
not. Nah, I doubt it.
It's waterproof. It's not gonna be sandproof.
You're saying I could turn it into a boat?
It actually can float. Yes, he's already said it.
What?
All right.
Game changer.
Yeah, big time game changer.
Not that you want to throw it in the water. It's,
Why not?
Because it might eventually sink.
Elon Musk, if you're listening to this,
He's already been
Yes.
told and asked, and he's already said, okay. So it doesn't matter. It's Elon Musk.
throw a jet ski engine on there. You could click it.
Oh, and put the jet
now
ski
you're
in.
out.
This is what, but this is, and you know what's funny about Elon Musk? And this is how much people hate billionaires. They'll bust his balls. Meanwhile, he's literally he's literally changed the way batteries are made. He took, actually changed it to where it's almost becoming carbon neutral.
More money, more problems. Bust his
It's crazy.
balls.
Oh, you know what? But you know what he's doing?
Bust his balls.
You know what he's doing? He's selling. He said this on Rogan on the last interview. He goes, "I'm selling everything. I'm just going to rent."
Yeah.
And Rogan was like, "Well, why?" He goes, "Because people use being a billionaire as a weapon."
Yep. So
Against me.
he's getting rid of. He's not going to own any houses. He's getting rid of all of his possessions. Yep.
I salute you, sir.
He's getting rid of it all.
Yeah, but that means
What? He doesn't own anything except
that
a
means
Tesla. Actually, he probably
that
gives back.
means he's gonna be worth more money.
So being
So
worth
that's
money
not-
on
so
paper.
that's just gonna hit him more. That's
Not
No.
true. Not true.
He's selling things.
He's getting rid of all of his assets.
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
Is he giving it away or is he selling it?
This is something that people don't understand, right? The difference between being rich and being wealthy,
I agree.
right? Like it was like we were
School
talking about this
motherfucker.
about Donald Trump. Like, no, Donald Trump doesn't have liquid cash. He has assets.
No, I
Right.
get it, but
You know, like,
Musk
and that's
has
where
both.
wealth is
Yeah, but Musk has both.
made.
Possibly.
And if he gets rid, if he liquidates his
he
assets,
will have more liquid.
yes, and they will hate him more.
Possibly.
not less.
Possibly.
Listen, believe
Maybe.
it, people-
Tesla might own all that
people
shit.
Are,
Yeah, that's true too.
people are more.
That's true too.
I mean, I can't speak for people.
you had
but-
a $1 billion
but
company-
I think people care more about people having liquid money than having lots
Gene.
of assets.
I don't think people know the
But
difference.
if you were a billionaire, would you have that house under your billionaire company's name, or would you put it under your name?
I would do whatever.
Right. So
allows
he
me to
sells
pay
that. It goes back to.
$750.
It goes back to.
So it'd be all LLC'd out.
Right.
And everything would be under the corporation.
So he sells that. It doesn't go to him.
I'd
It
even,
goes,
I'd even be on my own payroll.
if he
I'd
sells
pay
it,
myself.
it doesn't go back to him. It
goes
goes
to
back
his
to the
company.
company. So if anything, his stock of his company goes up. So sell your shit. I'm happy with that.
And he still makes more money.
He doesn't. What? Yeah. Whatever. He's renting.
I'm just
Gives a
saying.
shit.
No,
What,
'cause-
what's the problem with people making money?
Yeah.
No,
what
there's
the
no
fuck?
problem with making money. The whole point is he said that him being a billionaire
But yet he's trying
is
to
why
change the
people
world.
come at him.
Yes.
So the
no.
moves
What
he's
he's
making
saying, what he's saying is
won't
that
help that.
what he's saying is that people come at billionaires for their possessions.
Right. And
He's
not
getting
trying
rid
to
of his
change anything.
possessions.
And not trying to do
I think
anything.
it's the
He's
opposite.
he's taking all of his money, so he's selling everything
Yes.
that he has acquired, and he's going to put all of that money and energy into making the world better.
I get it.
and lowering the footprint of
Listen,
everything that's fucking.
I'm all
Bro, do you know he
about
literally
scientific philanthropy.
his company.
I love what he's doing.
Who's going to Mars? I'm going. Let's
Him.
go.
Do you know his company invented ways of, first of all, making a new battery, which if you guys
I know.
really don't understand how big that is, I don't think you do.
I get it.
We
And
talked about it last
No,
week,
no, no,
and I was
no.
arguing with you
Right.
about.
And
energy's
you probably
energy.
didn't look it up yet.
Why
I did.
wouldn't-
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah.
Now, he also invented a new way of mining
No, I know.
lithium.
We talked about that
Which is
too.
in America now. You know where they usually get lithium from? China.
And he's upgrading his storage battery, which I'm very interested in.
Yeah.
Like that next type of the Tesla box is
which you'll be able to sell energy back to the grid from and make money while you're asleep.
So when is Tesla coming out with phones?
So me and Melissa are working on a new house right now by the water. And
you looked at the roof.
Yeah, and
the actual roof.
Yes. So we're thinking about
solar panels.
We're not only solar. We're thinking about just going
shingles. It's a roof, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't have panels.
Right.
It's the fucking roof.
The roof, like the shingles, are solar panels now, and they look like shingles. But
nice.
Yeah, it looks sick. But we've honestly been thinking about going all solar.
I mean, if you're getting a new roof, you're not spending much more, and then you'll make that money back on your electricity.
Solar, store it in batteries, because we're by the water now. We're like on the water, sticking out. So, storms are going to be a lot more, invasive for us. So
just put the batteries nice and high.
Why? What do you mean?
Flooding.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, they'll go on the side of the house.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
or on the garage.
Yeah. Those batteries can, you get a few of those on, and I was
reading it too. I think I would only need like 2 batteries.
No, I'm saying if you want to go off the grid, you get 3 or 4 batteries. You can shut off from the grid.
Okay, John Rambo, off the grid.
Yeah, literally, you can go. You're giving him more of an excuse.
I know.
To do it. You mentioned John Rambo. Are you nuts?
I already talked to Pops about how can I take the salt water from the bay and filter it so that I can drink it in the house, and he goes, I got it. My man, let's go. We're going off the grid, baby.
I love it. I'm happy.
Gosh.
All right. You guys got anything interesting for...
Hashtag team mandate.
You got anything... any whatchamacallit? Rushmore ranking ideas? We did mention cheese last week.
Oh, yeah. I want you to... Because we got cut off on this one. So our new single that we released is Go and Vote for It. You got to go... on one of our socials and click the link and cast us a vote.
Fire is fire. You have to get more information. Fire.
Go on our social, click the link, get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Reggae 360 has a podcast called For the Vibes Podcast. They also have a fan group on Facebook called For the Vibes Podcast Family. Join that group. I'll probably approve you because I am a member.
Are you an administrator though?
I am not.
Then
I'm just a member. Well, because any member can approve someone. So join the group. You get approved, and you don't even have to cast a vote for just us. Listen to the tracks. Cast a vote for your favorite one. I guarantee you ours will be your favorite, though.
Just do Fire is Fire. Don't listen to his oh my God, peace, love, reggae. Vote for us.
Keep it simple.
Don't listen to his dreadlocks. Listen to my backwards.
I'm saying, regardless, it's nice to build the community there.
Vote for me first.
There you go.
Listen to everything. That's how you say it.
Fair point.
So Rushmore rankings. What do you want to do? You guys want to do cheese? I'm a cheese guy, so
I'm a cheese guy.
I don't know, but Gene's not a cheese guy.
I can play with it.
He's gonna go craft singles.
No, I like feta. I like feta would be my one.
I gotta throw feta on there for sure.
I love feta. I love
put that shit on steak. See, that was my other one.
I love feta. I love provolone.
Well, guys. I think this is gonna be the easiest Rushmore ranking ever.
Okay, so ready for this, guys?
See now, okay.
I found this place called the Cheese Shop out in Mattituck.
Yes.
Right, we talked about this.
I got Zolo's better than blue cheese.
I got this cheese from England. It's called Huntsman, and it's like a birthday cake almost. So it's like cheddar, and it's packed with blue cheese, and it's layered. So you make slices. It's delicious, soft cheddar,
multi-layered cheesecake.
Oh my God, bro!
Actually, you know what it sounds like you can do?
It's fucking amazing.
It's a cake of cheese. It's not a cheesecake. It's a cake of cheese.
It sounds like you could make a wing sandwich with that.
Yes, you could.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Gene.
A wing sandwich.
You do a buffalo chicken sandwich, but you put that cheese over it, so you get your cheddar and your crumbled blue cheese all in one slice.
You're gonna have to be getting out of here soon. I'm gonna cook something.
That's the winner right there.
Fucking A,
I'm
right,
down.
bro.
I'm
gonna try it with a cheeseburger when I get home now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I've been liking the Merlot cheese. Yeah.
They make a Chardonnay cheese because like the crystals on the sides of them.
Yeah. Except this one's Merlot.
Yeah, no,
same concept.
Cabernet cheese.
All right, but I'm definitely with the feta, the provolone for sure, and blue cheese.
Yeah. So
those are three like staples.
And they're classics.
Those are classics for a reason.
Yes.
If we can throw cheddar cheese on there, I'm a happy guy. I'm just
between
a cheddar.
cheddar and mozzarella.
I'm a cheddar head. You got provolone on there. You make the
because Italians make the best cheese. Don't blame me and my Italianness.
Wow, you're gonna put cheddar over mozzarella? That's interesting.
Mozzarella and provolone are essentially the same fucking thing.
No,
all right.
See, you said it. I just said do not say it.
You know why? Do you know why I say this? No, stop.
You're a piece of shit.
You know why I say this? I'm going to tell you guys why. And you all have...
Why? Because you worked in a place that fried provolone?
No,
I did.
Y'all worked in the same places as me.
That fried provolone?
No one ever fucking knew when they threw the sliced provolone over the sliced mozzarella. No one fucking knew.
You're talking about a different provolone.
There is a difference if we're going to say fresh mozzarella.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about too. That's
All right, but hold on.
That's different than
There's a difference between sliced provolone.
pizzeria mozzarella.
There's a difference between slicing provolone in a deli and an actual provolone wheel.
Of course, I know.
I mean,
what are you guys talking about? I know Gene's not talking about a provolone wheel.
He works in an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
Are you eating hard cheese or are you talking about a slice of provolone?
Provolone, I was thinking hard cheese, but mozzarella,
Okay.
I'm thinking soft. And that's why I'm like...
Well, mozzarella's always going to be soft no matter what.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about
all right,
slice.
all right.
Mozzarella.
So he's not talking about deli provolone. Motherfucker's talking about OG.
Then I'm with you. Then I'm with you. Provolone stays. Hard provolone stays. The stinkier the better. I'm in. Let's go.
Leave it alone.
I grew up
And now you want to put mozzarella on there over
cheddar?
Over cheddar
I will
or
say-
American?
Only because I can eat
will
mozzarella. I can't eat cheddar.
I will
so
say one thing about cheddar.
Oh yeah, you can only eat white cheese, right?
I will
Basically.
say the one thing I do like about cheddar is I like the jalapeno cheddar and then
Yes.
the other stuff.
I had a
the
garlic
other stuff
one
they
that
do with
was-
cheddar is crazy.
Yeah.
They spice up cheddar real
All
good.
right, so
I'm also a big smoked Gouda fan.
Fair
I
enough.
like-
No, I'll
I
take
like
cheddar over Gouda. I'll take cheddar over Gouda because you can
I
smoke
love
cheddar.
goat cheese,
You
but
can
we got
smoke
blue
cheddar.
cheese, so that's my soft crumble.
You can
Yeah.
smoke cheddar.
Oh, you see, we got two soft crumbles on there. You're putting feta and blue cheese.
You're damn fucking right. I
Fetta's gotta
am.
make less.
It's two soft
Feta's
crumbles. But,
fat-free.
all right,
So
I'm in.
what?
I like them both.
Fetta's fat free. You can't
I eat
lose.
both of them like
And
crazy.
feta is wonderful on a steak.
Feta is great
That's
in
true. Everything.
Wonderful on a
with
steak.
eggs. You do a little spinach.
Yeah. Oh, fuck
eggs,
yeah. That's
feta.
what
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I got a
Throw some
giant
turkey in
container
there.
of feta cheese in my fridge at all times.
I like what you said too. I put it on my steak. Yep. But I also like crumbled blue cheese on my steak.
Same. That's why they both go on steak. They
And I
both
could
go
also-
on the list.
And that's why provolone's good.
You're not putting
When I
cheddar
get
on a steak.
gyros and I bring them
Provolone
home,
could be
I throw
provolone could
my
be
feta cheese in there.
Provolone can go on a turkey sandwich. It could also go on a steak sandwich. That's how good provolone is.
But not hard provolone.
No.
That's sliced.
I mean, I would do it.
Now we're back to slice.
But my parents-
But that's how good provolone is.
You know,
It's all across the board.
big thing in Italy to do is you get a cast iron and you just put the cheese on the stove
And it
on
goes-
the fucking thing and it melts in the
Yeah.
cast iron. It just peels right off. You
Oh
put it on
yeah, like the
bread.
crisp. Yeah, like a Parmesan crisp.
Fuck everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. All right. So
Do
okay.
those
So it's the
nice.
last one. I think I'm gonna have to go with cheddar because it's way more diverse than anything.
I love what you can do with cheddar.
Yeah, I'm just a big fan. You
Yeah.
know, you shred it up, boom, you got tacos. You shred it up, put it on chips, you got nachos.
And think about this.
Eat it straight.
And then,
all right, now you're like an
and
Irishman.
listen, no, but he's right. And look, and cheddar has been behind every classic, back from potato skins to the cheeseburger.
I'm in.
It finds its way into every.
And again,
little
like you
thing.
said, you can put shit in cheddar.
Yeah,
You got the jalapeno cheddar.
I love that.
I like shredded cheddar. I like sliced
what I'm
cheddar. I
saying.
like the hard blocks of
That's what I'm
cheddar.
saying. Cheddar
You know, I
wins.
like cheddar.
That can go. That's the thing.
Cheddar's diverse.
Cheddar's one of the few that you can do. You know.
A little bit
Both.
of everything.
Cheddar's
Sure.
flexible.
All right. So that's the list.
Make your way out to Mattatuck. Go to the cheese shop. Tell them that Jesse sent you. You get the Huntsman. Okay, it's a combination of cheddar and blue cheese.
And what's fucked up is
Fantastic.
Jesse went once, and they'll remember him. Big tall guy, fucking
With
dreadlocks.
the dreadlocks, yeah.
It's Velveeta versus cheddar.
All right, so what's
That's
the
a
list
good
here?
one too.
You remember that?
No, but that's a good one. Mac and cheese. You
Yes.
know,
Cheddar
Cheddar
saves mac
Yeah,
and cheese again.
right.
I'm just saying. We have
No,
this
but that's how
fight.
good
We have this
cheddar is.
fight at home all the time. Melissa
What?
likes Kraft. I'm a Velveeta guy. I go. I don't know. Cheese doesn't come in powder form. That's why.
Tell her Kraft's been cheating. We've got to put a stop to the cheating.
Kraft macaroni and cheese is only
Yeah.
sold in the United States. You can't get it in any other country
Because probably
because of the dye. I think it's like yellow number 9 or something is in there.
Yeah.
Any number of yellow is terrible for you,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
And they deflate footballs.
Feta, blue cheese.
Kraft deflates footballs. That's the most
Kraft
important thing.
deflates footballs.
All right, so it's
Feta, blue cheese,
feta, blue cheese,
hard provolone,
and
any kind of cheddar.
And cheddar.
Done.
That's it.
That's the list, guys. Thank you very much. That was a fun night.
That was a smooth
Morning.
That was a smooth
Shit.
Rushmore
It's
Rankings.
lunchtime now. I like seeing you guys in the morning. This is nice.
Yeah, definitely.
This is nice.
Gene isn't as argumentative.
Maybe we could do it at like
I know,
6
right?
a.m. and we'll have coffee next time.
That was nothing to argue about.
You guys won't even be going to bed
Offended and tired. I love it.
Yes. Oh, I like that. You just lost the
Ham
left. You
edition.
just lost the left. You just lost the left.
Thank you,
Listen,
guys.
stand back and stand by.
Yeah, stand back.
Like and subscribe.
Protected by vipers, stand back. That's what he meant.
Subscribe and like.
There it is. That's what I was waiting for.
Like and subscribe.
I stole your line this
I like
week.
it.
Stand back, stand by.
Hate you all. Thank you very much. Come back.